Yo, what's good, Star Mew? Thank you very much, PlaDubh, the big follow. Appreciate it. We even got a little bit of backlog here. We got Eco, Very Misinformed, Turlock Jones, What Mike Draws. Thank you all very much for the big follows. Thank you for the good luck for everybody there. One on right mango. Thank you very much, C now, for the big 18 months. What do you mean snag Baccpack? I already got him. What? Something happened? Hello, Baccpack. He's right there. Vans is secured. Let me pour my tea real quick. Nobody do something. Yeah, thank you very much, C-Now, for the big 18 months. That is a long-ass time. Damn, Baccpack hitting everybody with the good luck smile. You appreciate my dedication to the Neo 12 OST? Thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciates it. But how's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good Monday. I know that I honestly completely blanked that Seijan was doing Look Alive today. So, you know, I would encourage everybody, dual box it. If you want to have Strive on in one screen and a Brayerb in the other, you got Look Alive going on over there, you know what I mean? How's it going there, Russell Hage? And how's it going, Fat Gamer? Okay, I think for once I've got everything set up and good to go. The exclamation point bracket command should be going. I'm doing good. Vibing. Oh, shit. One on right mango. Thank you very much for rattling my bones and gifting the big sub to Champ FGC. Greatly appreciate it. And also thank you, Starmute, for the big tier 1. Thank you so much, everybody. Unnecessary kindness, but I do greatly appreciate it. Yeah, let's double check. Great. Okay, hold on. And then let's also, we got to double check the most important command that we have. And the other most important command that we have, everything's looking great. All systems are nominal.
How could I ever be so credulous without a doubt? I kept on walking till today I saw this sprout. Between the black dirt and still with all its strength. But you smashed it up, never revealing its depth.
They're going Fargo. Everybody shuffling on in. Somebody just asked, does the tournament start like tonight? That's an aggressive question. Yeah, you just missed it. I'm sorry. Thank you, Burn and 8 for the big good luck. Let's set up the old lobby here. So, chat, I gotta whine about something. I'm upset because I always just use my actual controller to control the lobby stuff because I don't want to, weirdly plug in a pad and have to rebind my buttons and stuff. So, I usually use my snack box for it, which is great when you're streaming, right? It's super small, so it doesn't take up a lot of deck space. My snack box broke, so now I need to use my big honkin' hig box again. It takes up 15,000 square feet of space on my desk. It's very sad. I'm real torn up about it. You just realized what? C-Now is an El Paso gamer, I believe. It's like a trifecta of FGC El Paso people. There's Baccpack, C-Now, and June Bear. Y'all are holding it down. I don't actually know if June Bear is El Paso. I thought he was. He is, okay. Yeah, him and Khalib, I believe. You're gonna win this tournament by defeating Eco with Gold Lewis literally free? Damn. I mean, I gotta say, if you're playing the character that my guest commentator knows very well, you seem to get a big buff. Otashi gave out the big Nagoriyuki buff. There was a lot of Millias when LK was on the mic. Dude, so I have not done the Gold Lewis grind, right? I'm really trying to understand that character. I don't know if grinding Gold Lewis and learning them would be... I feel like it would be hard because you would get very little feedback if what you were doing is correct. Sometimes you just win and double perfect the guy and you're like, whatever, man. And sometimes you get double perfect and you go, whatever, man. I tried my best. We didn't have enough Potemkins when Octavus was on the mic. That is true. Right. This. Gold Lewis mains are the only people in this world you respect? Damn, no respect. What about the Kai mains, huh? You think they don't deserve any respect? Well, you're right. The Giovanna mains? How about them? No, they don't. Correct. Give Kai Behemoth Typhoon? Imagine. Yes, I agree. Gold Lewis players are just it's not a big deal. Show Bunny? I just posted a bunch of bunnies on my Twitter. Got a headache there? I'm sorry there, Star Mute. But thanks for everybody for the good luck. Here, okay. During the pre-show. Just because it's the Easter season. I can show you this real quick. So I made a Twitter thread about... So this is my bunny Dolce, who I got first a billion years ago. This is one of the first pictures I have of her when I first got her. And this is her the other day. Looking pretty good. Everybody loves Dolce. She's wonderful. And then I later got Banana. This was me grabbing... This is the first time I ever met Banana. This was me at the adoption place. I was holding him. You can see how tiny he is. He's really grown a lot. And this is him just the other day, hanging out with old Dolce. That is your bunnies for the day. Thank you for checking in on the butts. All right, we're getting about close to that time, everybody. Are you stoked? Are you ready? If you're here in the chat and you're playing tonight, I hope you're jazzed up. I hope you're ready for some good-ass video games. If you're not playing, I hope you're ready to watch some good-ass video games, because I am stoked to be doing it with Lord Baccpack. It should be a ton of fun. So pumped for your first tournament. Nice, gonna pop bust for at least one person. Hell yeah. First time you were able to reg on Weebcup. Nice. Please don't projectile vomit. It'll be okay. You're gonna get O2'd. It's all good. It's all good. You're not in, but you are also Jazz. Hell yeah. Yeah, get pumped up. It should be fun. Even if you go 0-2, all that means is you get to play more video games. You don't gotta wait for your match to get called. You can just keep playing. You can big chill and watch the stream. You're just nervous. It's all good. You'll get over it. Let me just grab my tea real quick. All right, for all you new people, do you know what you're doing? Are you prepared? Do you know generally what is expected of you during this tournament time? You should be looking at the tournament channel in the SageM Discord. Be keeping an eye out for what Lord Sigwin is telling you what to do. And if you're not going to be playing on stream, then you're playing off stream, because you're going to wrangle up somebody either in a park or in a room lobby, whatever it is you're going to do. Gold burst round start. That is not what you should do. These are not the goals I meant. All right, it is 7:25, and that means that we should go wrangle up a gamer. Let's see who we can find. Let's put out the line here. Let's see who we got lying around. Let's see, are there any gamers around? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that.
Yo, how we doing?
Is that the man himself? Is that Lord Baccpack on the phone?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm looking at that stream. I love that image you put up for me.
I gotta say, I mean, we're back to back. Dead ass. So there's been a joke going around that every stream I've accidentally worn a black T-shirt, and this is actually an accident. I didn't mean to. I just woke up, put this on, and I was like, we're perpetuating.
No, we're matching today.
We're matching. You know, I'm with the energy. I could put on some sunglasses, but it would probably be hard to see. But how you doing tonight, Baccpack?
I'm doing great. I just finished streaming, and I'm ready to see some great games from our SageM Discord participants.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, it should be a lot of fun. There's also, so we get a lot of new people each week. So usually I go through the bracket, and I try to make sure that, if someone has been able to play week over week, because we have over 100 people on the wait list. We got to make sure that we got new people in each week. And I didn't have to move anybody, because like 40 people, I think, tonight out of the 64 people in this bracket have never played before.
Never played before? Really?
Or never played in this tournament before.
Gotcha.
They just opened the game. They got it from GameStop. Yeah.
Sorry to do. What's up?
No, I was just gonna say they just got it from GameStop. They just tore off the plastic wrap. They're ready to
play
some
it's gonna be great.
But yeah, no, this should be a ton of fun. For those of you who don't know who you are, Lord Baccpack, do you want to introduce yourself to the chat-a-rooney here real quick?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? My name is Baccpack. I do daily YouTube videos and Twitch streams. You might know me as the best Gold Lewis in North America. to some people. But yeah, I play in tournaments. I do content. I do streams. I do karaoke's on stream. Hopefully, one day you were probably watching your favorite streamer and they rated me mid karaoke. That happens quite a bit. And yeah, most of all, I'm just a vibing kind of guy. I'm really excited to look at these games.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I saw you when I was commentating bamboo battles. I know that you were ripping through the bracket.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, oh, Baccpack is running down the slope. I'm scared, buddy. So you definitely, some people do see you as best Gold Lewis US. You're a little scary. I don't know how to tell you that.
I'm a bit scary unless you're playing Happy Chaos. Then that's a totally different game we're playing.
Solid Bones, you have a request. Can you ask Baccpack to dab you up?
Oh my.
Okay, hold on.
No, you fell for it. Oh, you have to ignore him in chat. No, he's in my chat every day, and every couple minutes he asks me to dab him up, and I always ignore him. I never give him the attention. And here
Damn
he is, the counter player.
They saw their opportunity and they took it. I'm with it.
Oh my god.
But if you're in the chat, you are a Baccpack fan. I appreciate you stopping by. For those of you who don't know who I am, possibly, if you're just kicking down the door here for the first time, my name is Solid Bones. I've been doing this commentary thing for a while here and doing the TO thing for the SageM Discord. I am just most interested in helping new gamers play in tournaments, maybe if you haven't done it before. I know, there's a lot of questions about entering tournaments. So, there's a big perception that you can't enter them. It's like you have to be this tall to play. People think that all tournaments have cash prizes and you got to pay into it to play. You don't really know logistically how it works. So this is the night to play, get over your anxiety, and just have a good time. That's kind of the goal. So
I think it's really important for beginner players to have a medium to compete in an environment where other people want to win, but in a way where they're not just going to get bullied. To give them more incentive to continue playing and progress. Yes, we all have that really tough beginning phase in fighting games, but as you continue playing, you'll get better. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, and it always leads to an interesting conversation where people are like, what is a beginner? Because people don't realize how quickly you can improve there, right? By just playing and entering and fighting good players. You become unrecognizable within a couple weeks, I think. So this is definitely the time to dip your toes in. Also, somebody asks to reveal the Axel solution that he's saving for tournament. He told me what it was privately. That you can link Hyper Viper beams really close if you're on the ground, you're TKing it, but don't tell anybody.
No, I actually have the secret tech. It makes the Gold Lewis Axel matchup 10-0 for Gold Lewis, but I'm saving it for Evo.
Got it. No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, just the old Visant check. You keep it in your back pocket.
Yeah. Well, I don't want them to patch it out because it's most definitely an exploit.
You just start injecting malicious code into the Axel.
Yeah. The tech starts with me plugging my USB into the console. We'll start it like that,
And let's just say things start going Baccpack's way.
Yeah.
So the bracket should be getting finalized here in the background just now. I think check-in just closed. So I think a couple people got bunted for not registering. So the bracket's going to get shuffled one more time. And then you're going to find out who you're actually playing. So if you're looking at the Baccpack, you don't really know who you're playing yet. You got to wait for it to be finalized and to actually start. I just realized
I'm looking at the bracket. They're all playing me round one. Round robin. Every person.
Brutal bracket. I just realized that I had your picture. Your picture was the highest possible priority on my stream layout, so you were covering everything. With your Gold Lewis
love
face.
that. Hey, that's branding.
Yeah, we call that branding around here. Cool, yeah, so bracket should be getting finalized in the background. Let's see, Baccpack. You've seen a couple of people start playing Strive. I know you do your own beginner tournaments as well, right? That you just started up?
Yeah, I've been doing those on Saturdays. We do a bracket for the Americas and a bracket for EMEA. Simultaneously running, and then we actually also stream both of them on 2 different streams as well.
Whoa, 2 different streams?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in beginners, dude. I really am passionate about giving them an opportunity to compete.
Yeah, me too, for sure. How hype will this be, my guy? This is going to be way too hype. Sorry, that's a sentence took me a while to parse.
It's going to go wild. That's
going to go nuts. Yeah, that's I've been doing
sicko mode even.
Yeah, we're real sickos out here.
Yeah,
I've been doing beginner tournaments now for like a year and a half, almost 2 years if you can believe it. That's crazy. And I love them, right? They're so exciting. It's so dope to see people like trying to learn in the line of fire for possibly like the first time and stuff like that. It's great. For those,
it's just so different.
Yes.
Like you get to see like people that wouldn't normally be able to compete, and you get to like watch them rise up through a bracket of their peers, and yeah, it's like nothing else in the FGC.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, the wonderful thing is that, you know, Lord Guilty Gear Strive has got netcode to spare. So we can have all these beginners running around from all over NA for sure. And then a couple people from outside of that, they have good connections. And I mean, that's nuts. That is not a thing that could have happened. Not even like a year and a half ago. So I'm super stoked about it.
Yeah, if you're getting to fighting games now, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, you kids don't
There's
know
never
how good
been a better point in time. Yeah, I know, because I'm one of those kids. I've been playing fighting games for about a year now. I just hyper grind.
No way. You're only like a year into this?
Actually, wait, let me think. Wait, sorry. No, sorry. 2 years. A year of DBFZ, I played Season 3. Once UI Goku came out up until Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then I got Strive from release.
That's big lore. I didn't know. Also, somebody asked how I was. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, all they do is ask you to dab on him, Baccpack. I'm sorry.
I do be doing that. That's why I don't have my cam on, because I would just be constantly dabbing. It'd be very frustrating to watch as a viewer.
Do you have any sort of, like, have you seen doing this beginner stuff? Do you have any, like, big entry level, if you had to say, like, one thing to beginner people, can you, like, think of what it would be?
Like a tip for
like
people
to
advance?
a hot gamer tip.
Hot gamer tip number 1. To get better at the game, you have to play the game.
Damn it, that's what they always say.
It's yeah, you can't just get a game and then assume that like, oh, every time I get on the game, I'm just going to be better and eventually I'll just catch up with everyone else. You have to put in the time. Actually, the number one thing I would recommend is get into a fighting game with someone else that hasn't, like with one of your friends that's never played a fighting game before, and then you'll be able to train each other. Kind of like a Goku Vegeta kind of relationship. You know, they didn't start too strong. And then, you know, now they're running the galaxy, you know, little anime reference that, you know, if you know, you know what I mean?
I think IRL, it's more just like everybody's Vegeta. Everybody's rolling up, arms crossed. Like, you think that's going to work on me? That's everybody who plays fighting games.
Nappa!
In reality, we're all Nappa is actually what's going on.
Actually true. Actually, day 1 Nappa main, by the way. And by day 1, I mean season 3 Nappa main. My day 1.
Cool. Let me just signal out to the gamers that whenever they're ready, you can get started. If you're listening to the Baccpack Bones banter, you can feel free to get on in. Baccpack is also on the station. Don't be intimidated. I know for those of you on stream who don't see, Baccpack is just, hold on, he's coming. There he is.
I'm
you
just
see him
watching.
Standing there menacingly wearing the wife beater. I'm pretty scared, personally. I'm here. I'm an honest knight. I'm a Kai player just playing good footsies. This guy's over here.
I didn't know you were a Kai player. We're rivals.
It's diametrically opposed.
The drip versus the dripless. I mean, what can I say?
It was the conundrum most people fell into when Strive came out, which is like, I feel like the way everybody picked characters, you were either like, this person's sick, or it was like, damn, I'm kind of waiting for my character to come out. I'm going to play Kai. That was like what everybody said.
True. Actually true. Or Soul, or Soul.
Or Soul, yes. Oh, for the record, everybody, if you don't know, this is going to be first of 2. All the way through up until losers, winners, and grand finals. And we've got our first match of the night coming on up here is going to be Nero, the Baiken player, going up against Beefy Jelly, the Eno. Are you ready, Baccpack?
I'm absolutely ready. Honestly, this is not a match that I've seen often. I think I might have seen it in my last beginner tournament. So far, every single beginner Baiken that I've seen has been over-relying on jumps, JSs. Obviously, it's a very strong way to get in. But it seems like every time their opponent adapts, they don't adapt as well. And so we often see them start getting anti-aired and then they get steamrolled. Yeah. I really want to know if they're going to adapt or if they're even going to do that at all.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's just something that I noticed.
I gotta say, I'm surprised. They're not playing like a real Baiken player so far. Most Baiken players let the intro rock, and then as soon as theirs is over, they hit the skip button. So, maybe they still gotta get comfortable with the character. But we're getting in it. They're letting the intros rock. The hype is building.
Something to think about. I feel like Eno is probably a character that would strive in a, pardon the pun, by the way, would strive in a beginner's tournament, because that character is hard to block for the best of us.
Yes, absolutely. And you can Nero kind of okay. There's the JS that you were talking about, but 2H a little bit slow. So doing it out of the jump in like that, unfortunately, wasn't able to totally capitalize.
Yeah, something that I'm already scared for Neroklinos is that you kind of have to respect Eno's knockdowns, and so far we've seen hold up, and that's not going to work for you long term.
No, it's not at all. Did they pick no background music?
I don't have music enabled, so I couldn't tell you.
I also might have the game music turned off, but I didn't think I did. I can check after this. I'm scared. Okay, everybody focus. We're now in the quiet zone. You have to pay attention to the match. But yes, like you're saying, Eno's offense, right, is the kind of thing where if you hit the training mode, you get used to your meaty timing and stuff like that. It is very difficult to not respect it, right, like you were saying, because it is basically, like, she is gonna meaty, right? Like, it's gonna happen.
You know what? I'm actually going to change my answer from earlier. You asked for the hot tip. The number one hot tip as a beginner is to learn your meaty timing, because you will beat people that just don't want to block. And you can't blame them. We're playing a fighting game. We didn't pay $60 to block, but I mean, you can take advantage of that. And often that means you really seem rolling hard. And that's exactly what we're going to see from this Eno. They had very solid Oki. They understood it. And if your opponent doesn't want to respect that, sure, they don't have to. They'll just lose.
Yeah, and also something I think I noticed there, and I could be horribly wrong, and if I'm wrong, Nero, I'm sorry for calling this out, but I think I saw Nero miss their dash there when they got the knockdown off the tatami. I think they meant to do tatami and then dash up as the Oki, but instead they just kind of did the classic jiggle in place real quick and not dash, and then started doing the Baiken strut. If you're not using the dash macro in this game, big recommend. That's another big hot beginner tip. Everybody's using it. It's a good idea.
Yeah, get used to it early, because you'll regret not knowing it later.
Also, yes, confirmed. I did, my music is on. That was just Baiken's theme, so it was also silence.
I see. Baiken's theme notoriously does start with 8 minutes of pure silence.
It's an aggressive choice. It's like a, it's like
Absolutely.
it's like a song off Random Access Memories, but okay. Nero, once again, stuck in the corner, and this is Nero
Big pickup off that air there, by the way.
That was, yeah.
Very impressive.
Oh! Okay, got away with it.
Very nice. All right, this is actually a bit of a knowledge check. After Eno goes for that aerial dive, you can just challenge, and it looks like Nero actually knew that.
Okay, stuck in... yeah, not blocking high, Nero! Oh, no. Trying to
Something I want to see from Beefy is kind of changing up their offense. So far, we've seen, I believe 3 times in a row, they've gone for triple overhead. You'd be very surprised at how effective it is to just do empty low over and over and over as Eno.
Yeah, for sure, right? Like, a lot of Eno's offense is, like, or offense in fighting games in general, when you're first getting used to it, is just, you do a thing, and if it's not working, you try other thing. Is that working? Keep doing it until it stops working. That was a great air dash air to the super. They're going to be able to get the hard Oki here. Quite immediately take it. I think Beefy Chelly could have pressed there a little bit more, but they've got life to spare. Nero not able to get a solid conversion. The big 2S.
Gets the 2S, but doesn't confirm off it. Makes a lot of space, though, putting Baiken into the corner. And if you just keep holding up back, Eno's just going to continuously put you there because their dash just kind of inherently covers the air.
Yeah, it does. I think Baccpack, what you were saying earlier was true, just around, like, what you have to respect in fighting games, right? Sometimes, unfortunately, you need to know just when is it that it's safe for you to, like, disrespect and, like, hit buttons, and when isn't it, right? Because that's oftentimes when people say, like, if you watch tournaments, people say on commentary, like, oh man, he mashed there, right? It's usually very, like, calculated mashing most of the time. You're hitting buttons.
Yeah, generally, usually the way it works is you don't respect something until your opponent shows you that they are willing to do that option. Mm-hmm. And the one exception I would say is meaties, but at a lower level, you should probably consider doing with meaties as well. So you can kind of just like mash backdash or mash wake up throw on your wake up. And if it works, great, keep doing it against them. They don't know their timing. If it doesn't work, well, maybe stop doing that, you know?
Yeah, and that's like kind of how the immediate adaptation starts to happen in fighting games, right? Like I think people get scared when they hear the word adapt sometimes. They think that's such a high level like thing. A lot of times it's not. It's just literally this person's doing this thing, so I'm going to try to defend against it in this way, right? Rather that's literally just, oh, they keep going for an overhead on my wake up. I'm going to start blocking high. Or it can get more nuanced than that, but there's very simple stuff that you can adapt to, right?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of adaptation comes with comfort in your own character, because if you're very comfortable with your character, you can use like your active thinking to think about what your opponent's doing. And when you're a beginner, you're using the active part of your brain to focus on what you're doing. So once you learn more about your character, you're able to pick up on your opponent's habits. And then if you're really like a master of your own character, you will know how to beat those options with your character's toolkit.
Yeah, 100%, right. So I think that, first of all, Nero and Beefy Jelly, thank you very much for coming up on stream and playing tonight. I greatly appreciate both of you. Nero's not out for the record. They're dropped down to losers. Let's see if they can make the full run. I believe in you, Nero. You can do it. But I think that for Nero, the immediate thing that comes to mind is that you got to get a little comfortable, I think, with blocking. I'd be interested to know what controller Nero is playing on. If you're here in the chat and you want to tell us, I'd be interested, because I was seeing a couple of execution-y things in there that speak to a certain type of controller to me, but I'm not going to say what it is.
Honestly, I would have liked to see more parries, because we saw that this Eno was doing good meaties, but one thing that you have as a Baiken is the ability to do parry on wake up, and you can actually just straight up punish them for going for a meaty, and that works really well with Baiken. Other characters obviously don't have that, but you are playing that character, so you should take advantage of your tools. Same thing if you're playing a character with a DP as Soul or Leo or Kai.
Yeah.
You want to show once again, it's all about proving to your opponent that you're willing to use the option. Because if you parried that, once on their meaty, the next time they might think, well, maybe I shouldn't meaty this time. Let's go for a delay. And then they delay, and then you mash them wake up and you get a free counter hit or a free turn.
Yep, and then they uninstall the game. It's the circle of life back.
And then they uninstall. Well, you see, they complain because they got mashed. And then the next time that it happens to you and you complain, that's the circle. We all complain about it, but we're all happy when it works for us.
Yeah, and that is actually like kind of the circle of fighting games, right? It's just you present the threat that you have an option, and now you're both playing around that option, right? It's like, oh, they're gonna respect me on my wake up, so I'm gonna back through, right? And that's really kind of like when you can start seeing that level of like adaptation. And oh boy, Baccpack, I think we got a mirror on our hands.
Ooh, I love this. I love watching lower level Mei players because they offer a lot of insight to the strengths of the character and the weaknesses of the character. Often Mei, well, at the beginning of the game, Mei was looked to be like a really, really strong character, but you can see that they do have a lot of weaknesses. And often when you look at beginner matches, they're not really able to show why the character shines in such a great way. Unless your name is Donkey and you went with Totsugeki and get this last deal.
Well, I thought you were going to say I love seeing the Mei mirrors because it really shows us the depths of hell, and I was going to be like, I agree.
No. I'm always looking from the perspective of progress. I want to see these players get better. But yeah, often new Mei players will fall into the trap of just doing Dolphin and the Dolphin and the Dolphin, and it's really just not effective. If your opponent knows the counterplay. Well, I mean, it's not even crazy counterplay either. We are going to see a challenge there into the clash.
And I do think
that'll happen.
That is the interesting thing about the Mei mirror, right? Is that usually Mei players know when they can disrespect themselves more so than other people.
Yeah, that's a mirror thing in general, right?
Oh, that was a good idea.
You have a little more knowledge on the character.
Swanging here. Gaben is kind of getting the receiving end of just a lot of scrambly hits. Okay.
I think both these players have fallen into the trap of engaging from the air over and over again. When you notice your opponent is doing this, you got to slow yourself down and just get ready to 6P.
Yeah, 100%.
It can be a little scary, but it's super important to stuff your opponent when they're being quite predictable and neutral.
Yeah, and here we are seeing a mirror, right? So it can kind of be pretty concrete, like who is the defending Mei and who is the aggressive Mei at this time. And
yeah, and by the looks of it, it's like one jumps in, you're aggressive. Oh, they give up turn, the other one jumps in, now they're the aggressor. And it's just kind of going back and forth in the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
They got to the corner with the DP Dolphin, by the way. Very cool.
That was good. Okay. Ooh, yeah, okay, that was a good little back off there because that 2S was going to be a little bit too far. They did that. The 6K whiffed! What a whiff punish! That's footsies!
Yeah, that was a godlike whiff punish, honestly. I wouldn't have got that. Oh my god! The life gem tech.
I could have been convinced that Gold Burst was plus on block. They kept the offensive momentum going despite the block.
And unfortunately, we didn't see the burst there. I would have liked to see that.
Yeah, I think that the two things that we didn't see are we didn't see the burst and we didn't really see a lot of meter usage, right? And I think that there is some simple stuff in this game to use meter on if you're just not like super familiar with stuff yet, right? Just dump it, honestly. Like get used to spending it because that is gonna be like the backbone of your game plan as it goes on.
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of just ignore the system mechanics of a game when they first get into it. And they're like, I'll figure it out later. And then they go on and on and on. They have like 100 hours in the game. They still have never used a Roman cancel. Yeah, Daisuke gave you these tools. I need you to use them.
Yeah, and there's again, easy ways to use it, right? Like you Totsugeki at somebody, RC forward, your plus.
RC, take a turn or confirm. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Exactly. Dude, big 6K catching the run up. Love to see that.
The footsie 6Ks. Oh my god, the anti-air gold burst. Not Shark is, I think, having a little bit of a giggle. They're trying to get those gold bursts.
Oh, messed up meaty. Into the wake up throw.
Okay. This is
very nice lows there. Into the confirms as well.
Oh
no! Oh no, worst case scenario.
They
was
died!
Also the whale. That was also actually optimal punish. Literally optimal punish. You could not get a better punish there.
I can't believe they were that ready to do whale just in case the wall didn't break. Okay, there's great 6P. So you can see that's like a lot of times when you're learning to like, I need to be ready to 6P and stuff, it's okay to overdo it and just be too ready to go for it. Again, just to get used to using the tool. No, it's 2 hits.
Actually 2 hits, yeah. You got to be ready for it. That's something that's just going to come with time. That's just a straight up knowledge check. You're not bad or good for knowing about it. You just know it or you don't.
They disrespect the 5P.
Actually, recently I uploaded a video on my YouTube channel, me getting hit by that follow-up. And my comment afterwards, that is splash damage? Literally? Yeah, so I mean, even one of the greats, the goats of Guilty Gear himself, Baccpack, sometimes gets hit with these knowledge checks.
You heard it there from everybody, the goat. You're, if you get hit by that now, you can just say, like, it's okay. Did that 6P break the ball and still stay out?
Yeah, that was super good. You can actually use a button to hit projectiles like that. Well, the hittable ones. Great 6P, by the way. You can use a button and then actually special cancel off of it. So you see that often in like the Jacko matchup. Like they'll throw a minion at you, you 6P in the air, and then use a special cancel either to move towards your opponent or to punish the Jacko for running up behind their minion.
Oh no, they were cranking that from full screen. Wait.
That's pretty blockable though, because that wasn't the reversal one. That one is a lot of time between it.
Not Shark.
Both playing very slow. Yeah, this is a tough position to be in for Not Shark. But, oh, no. If they use the RC there, that might have been it, though.
Okay, they got the sweep. I love. Okay. Gaben manages to close it out there. So what it feels like is happening is Gaben is trying to slow it down a little bit and is trying to punish Not Shark for doing some of the more aggressive stuff, right? Which I think is really smart. There's a lot of times.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
There's a lot of times in fighting games where you can recognize, like, this person's given me the opportunities to win, right? Like, they're doing dolphin, I can just 6P them, or they're jumping a lot, and I can just anti-air them. And like, sometimes you just have to recognize those opportunities and slow it down and just be ready to react. Yeah,
I mean, fighting games are, the neutral is all about balancing proactivity and reactivity. And when your opponent is being very, very proactive, you can very easily counter it by just being very, very reactive. I shouldn't say very easily counter, because then you have certain tools that are hard to react to, but
Yeah. But
conceptually, it should be. Conceptually.
Yeah. Oh, dunked out of the air. That did a grip of damage. But I feel like Lord Gaben is taking a lot of damage in some situations just by, like, they're in neutral and in control and fine, and then they try to IAD in, and then it turns into a scramble and Shark whacks them. And I think Gaben is having the most success when they are just being a little bit more controlled. No, not in the back far enough.
Yep, goes for the throw. Into the 2HOTG, gets out of the corner, but the anti on the close slash and gets the burst out of there, jumps in. Oh, baits the 6P actually. That was godlike. Wait, I don't know if that was on purpose, but they baited both 6Ps. Unfortunately, there wasn't wave punish, but they're going to find themselves back in the mid screen. Into the 5H and, oh, hits him into the low. Love to see that. Fantastic play, actually. That was really, really great.
Shark wasn't really able to find the opportunity there to use the meter or anything like that. They did have a lot of resources on deck. Okay.
Nice counter hit. I would love to see the, you actually have a lot of time to confirm that a counter Totsugeki into command grab. And yeah, that's something I would recommend to any early May. Just be ready to run forward and then command grab after a counter Totsugeki. You actually have a really long time to confirm it.
For sure. Oh no, the dust actually totally went,
Got
but
him
it didn't
again.
matter because the reversal super goes through, and we're down Baccpack to double Luigi between the Battle of the Maze.
Did you say double Luigi?
Yeah, you never heard that before? I forgot you're a fighting game zoomer.
I've never heard that before. Yeah,
I forgot you're a child.
Zoomer.
It means it's last round, last game.
Gotcha. You're gonna have to tell me the lore behind that a little later.
I'll tell you the lore in the break because I'm sure there's a bunch of other zoomers in chat you also don't know.
Fantastic. So we're going to go back to mid-screen, actually going to air-to-air with that falling anchor. Gets the 6P, goes for some kind of cross. He gets the knockdown. And going to bait out the reverse super. Should be able to run up and punish. Goes for the Twitch. Oh, but doesn't get the follow-up Dolphin to kill. But, oh, no.
That was aggressive.
I like how they're already adapting. They waited for the second hit this time. I'm not letting it happen to me twice.
Yeah,
goes for the 6P, and oh, man, that disjoint really going to hurt him. Lots of jump-ins, and yes.
What a burst bait, Baccpack!
Good stuff. Godlike burst bait. I really liked watching the adaptation in this game. Both players started 6-ping by the end of it, and that shows that they were like aware of the space that each of them were occupying.
For sure,
which is a solid beginner step.
Yeah, and I think that for not Shark, right? Like, I think that the reason why things started kind of going a little bit more sour was just because you can't, even if you want to do the cheeky stuff, right? The S Totsugeki into Totsugeki into Totsugeki, you should recognize that that does leave you pretty open, right? Like, and leaving an opening like that for your opponent can be the difference between a W and an L, even though it seems small in the moment. So, like, while there's always the fighting game mantra, if it works, just keep doing it, sometimes you recognize, like, I should maybe start chilling out a little bit on that kind of stuff.
So we actually see in the chat that someone typed, the guy really liked the 6P. I don't know how to beat it. There are a couple ways to play around 6P. Number one is like altering your aerial movement, whether that be like a forward or a backdash. So like you can like jump up, and then you have a bunch of air options, right? You can backdash, you can forward dash, you can do another jump, unless you're playing Gold Lewis. You can throw out a move, you can FD, and all these things will alter your trajectory in the air. And on May specifically, you also have access to JD, which will give you like another jump. But yeah, you can change the way that you approach both in the air, or you can just start playing more grounded. So like you can do things like dash block and try to bait out a whiff from your opponent. And it's something I have to do as Gold Lewis a lot because Gold Lewis's kit kind of intuitively loses to 6P. So what I have to do is like run up, dash block, and then pick an option to whiff punish that 6P. Or,
yes.
Or you can just throw out a low, actually. Lows will just straight up beat 6Ps because their hurt boxes stay on the ground. They're not fully invincible, even though sometimes they feel like it. You can just throw out a low and get them for it.
Yeah, that's like as May, right? Like 3K is a little risky, but theoretically you would slide in right under the 6P in those situations, or you can 2D, right? You can 2K 2D, and that will also
One important thing to think about is that everything in the game is not reactable with 6P. Like barely anything really are. So if you find yourself getting 6P'd a lot, it's probably an issue of you being very red, I should say. The opponent has you downloaded. They know what's going on. So the way to fix that is just do something different. Try something else out. It's also going to make you a better player in the long term because you'll figure out what works and what doesn't by just doing stuff.
Also, hold on there, Baccpack. We do have the official FGC glossary entry. Let's read here. Double Luigi.
Okay, perfect.
When the last game of a set goes to the final round, everything is tied up and one round decides it all. This is a funny English adaptation of the Japanese phrase double Riichi, which comes from Mahjong. In that context, Riichi describes a state where the player is very close to winning, so people started saying double Riichi on fighting game commentary, and then it became double Luigi because I'm pretty sure Aris mispronounced it all the time.
I see. So what you're saying is Luigi's got a funny mustache.
He do. Luigi is the funny man from the Mario and
You do have that funny mustache. Oh, man. Woo!
That Luigi. He cracks me up. I love Charlie Day.
Oh, man. Actually, true. Big shout out to Charlie Day in the chat right now. I see you.
But yes, what you were saying earlier, right? Like sometimes people throw around the phrases like downloaded and read and whatnot, and those aren't phrases that mean that you're bad, right? Sometimes you just have to recognize like, oh shit, like they got my number, right? Like that happens a lot in fighting games, and you just have to be ready to switch, right? Everybody gets downloaded. Daigo's been downloaded and gotten double perfected, right? And been like, yeah, whoops, right? Like it happens.
Yeah, it all revolves around this concept of rotating your options, both in your offense, both in your defense, and in your neutral. And I can actually give you some ways that you can think about it, right? So first things first, let's look at defense, right? Rotating your options. Let's say you're playing a character with a DP. I'm going to be very, very basic with it because there's much more that goes into it. But let's say my opponent knows how to do his media option, but my character is a DP. I can guess with DP every once in a while, beat them, cheese them out of their turn. Let's say they start respecting that DP. Now I can just kind of mash. And if they just blocked, you take your turn. If they didn't block, if they tried to go for like a delayed meaty to stop your DP, then you counter hit them. This also works like in block strings as well. Like you'll see in a lot of frame traps, they're actually backdashable. You can pick backdash, but then the next time the opponent might think they're backdashing here, I'm going to use an option that beats backdash. Mm-hmm. So that's how that kind of works on defense and offense. And in neutral, it's all about rotating your neutral structures. Like, okay, I'm going to dive in here. Okay, next time I'm in that situation, I'm not going to dive in. I'm going to pretend to dive in, but I'm going to empty land and then try to punish them for whiffing.
Yeah, and I think what's also important to just tack onto there, right? Just in terms of like picking options that beat other options. Sometimes there's really clean stuff, right? Like sometimes you just know inherently this beats this option, this doesn't beat this one. But that's also a big reason to either, sometimes you do the nerd thing, you put on your nerd glasses and you go into training mode and try it out. Yeah. Or, honestly, if you're just playing a match, like, especially in, like, ranked or something, just experiment and try shit and see what works, right? Like, if something is consistently happening that is beating you out, just try something different and see what like, there's nothing on the line, right? Like, you might as well just go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about Strive is that often these... like counter options are fairly intuitive. Like, let's look at Nago Beyblade, for example. It's even on block. We have a couple options that we can go for. And if you just kept getting hit by 5P, let's say that you have a slower 5P than Nago, you can start to think, well, okay, well, 5P is actually standing normal and my 6P is invincible to standing. So I'm going to try 6P. And the next time you counter hit them. All right, next time they go for command grab and you're like, well, now if I go for 6P, I'm getting hit, I can just throw out my fast button now, and I'll beat command grab. Or I can press backdash and beat both most of the time, but, that comes with trying stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And sorry for the delays, everybody. The person's getting in the lobby. Unfortunately, I think we have a total of 8 people named King Crimson in the Sajam Discord. And so I think that the lobby code got sent to the wrong one. But we're getting the right one in here, who has a Haas Delgado avatar, which I gotta say sends a certain amount of energy.
Is that from Billy and Mandy?
That is from Billy and Mandy.
Gotcha.
I had, thank you very much, Snow Monkey So Funky, Rob, for the big 21 months. That's a long time. Backpacker being asked if you're going to do more karaoke.
Probably not. Not on this stream. On my stream for sure. I don't know if you guys want it, dude. You guys are ready for it.
Yeah. It's 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. Maybe not.
Quick little story time. The other day I entered a tournament, and it was a VC-enabled tournament. You had to be in chat with your opponent.
Oh, my God.
And I actually won that tournament, and I did it with the strategy of singing in their ear during the sets. I was karaokeing songs mid-game.
Dude, you're an absolute gamer. Wow, the run-up shark command grab. Okay, this is Anji Zato, also a pretty rare matchup.
Yeah, especially for beginners. You don't really see a Zato. Like, for beginners, usually most people will tell them like, oh, well, just don't play that character. That character's hard. I disagree with that entirely. You should pick the character that's going to give you incentive to keep playing and get better at the game.
Wow, what a burst bait there. Unfortunately, a little too far away for the frog to really be a threat. Disrespecting behind the oppose. I think oppose was a little in front of him, right? Am I crazy?
You might be a little crazy.
Shit. I try my best.
I'm not going to lie, I blinked. I'm just going to assume you're crazy. Okay? I'm going to already compliment the play of these players, though. They're doing very well. We're seeing lots of meter usage. We're seeing different things in neutral. And, yeah, I look forward to seeing the rest of the set. Big command grab. I wonder if they have the Oki after this. No, they're actually going to use the YRC to take it to the corner. Not generally what you want to do. Anji's a character that doesn't have defensive options, so you'd rather just keep them in the corner and keep your Oki loop going. And over time, it's going to be more damage. The reward, obviously, for breaking the wall is that you get this meter, but it doesn't look like you've had an opportunity to use it just yet.
Yeah, no, I think that, like, especially, this is, like, the ultimate example of Anji is somebody who's actually, I feel, pretty comfortable in the neutral. Whereas Zato is all offense, right? So if you can actually get Anji in the corner, like, keep him there. Don't let him go back.
Yeah, absolutely. That goes with all characters that don't have DPs. Most of the time, you kind of want to just keep them in the corner over breaking the wall, unless your character has a metered win condition like Ramlethal.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, whoa, they spun through the piercer. That was so smart.
Yeah, it was crazy.
PlaDubh. Oh my
Love
god.
that. Big dubs for Anji mains around the world.
Every time an Anji wins, every Anji player on Earth is like, let's go.
Yep, all three of them.
Wake up.
All spinning together in their gamer chairs.
they're racers just. But yeah, I think that the one thing I'm noticing from Crimson, right? Like, I do think that I agree with you that everybody should just jump in, play whatever character they want, right? But I think that there's a little bit of hesitation from King Crimson in the neutral right now, and that I'm seeing, like, there's opportunities where they try to set up shop and get the big Zato mix going, where it's more of a situation where, like, you should probably take control of the neutral first, then you do the schmixturization afterward. Okay.
Oh man, that was great usage of space there. We saw the butterfly to cover the ground, and then they threw out the code to anti-air, a potential jump, and it worked out great. Unfortunately, they find themselves in the corner, and the frog is going to cover the whiff command grab, take him to the corner, and that is going to be the wall break. This is the time where you take that wall break, because this time Anji had meter, so they potentially could have threatened you with some kind of reversal or a YRC to get out, and now you're just way, way, way in the lead. Really strong start here from King Crimson after losing the last set.
He fusion through the shard.
Very nice. Great jab, too. Wow, they're playing super, super well. Oh, the staggers as well. So just when you're starting to respect everything that Zato can do, like all the Eddie stuff, yeah, just go for a grab after a close slash. No big deal. Unreactable.
Big deal. Big anti-air. King Crimson there. But King Crimson now forced to being blocked the PlaDubh. Not going for the fans. They've gone for fans. Okay, they went for fans that time to reset the pressure again. And King Crimson has not been really able to properly react to it. Okay, big back throw. Oh, that's the mean setup.
Godlike. Yeah, that setup is actually evil. It shouldn't be allowed. Oh, but the burst bait. Wow. This is a 6 set. This is a really 6 set.
Jeez.
1-1.
Yeah, I think that immediately the thing I'm noticing from PlaDubh is that they are trying to, like, fuzzy jump and whatnot, like, out of setups. So, like, the pierce will come out and they'll, like, jump between the pierces. Typically, like, the certified recommended defense against that is you hit a button between the two piercers if Zato's not able to make it a pressure. And don't jump, because if you jump, Zato gets a 6 PU, and that's wonderful for him, right? Like...
Yeah, I'm going to give big props to the Zato right here. A lot of low-level Zatos will find themselves in the loop of doing the exact same mix-up over and over, just like same thing 5D or 2K. And we've seen a really wide variety of offensive setups from King Crimson so far. And that is very, very good.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're a little bit of a training mode nerd Baccpack. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, for real?
That'd be my guess. Oh. Wow, the frog still went backwards? That's so mean.
You have RC. When you have RC and you hit into that, you can actually just PRC out, and if they went for throw, you can punish it. What an anti-air.
The butterfly hit him too.
I'm going to need an IP check. This might be Latif.
Yeah, I guess. Can somebody dox this man?
Come on, I didn't say that. I would not say that.
Okay, fans to reset the pressure.
Big jump, but I beat it throw punished. Wait, he's insane. Actually insane for that.
Mental. Good disrespect. Oh! Yeah, force the burst. Oh
my god, it spins right into the frog.
Okay, King Crimson in the defensive seat now, and they don't have any burst, so they're gonna have to hold this. No!
Oh my, oh no! Goes onto the ground, uses the PRC, goes to the command grab. Quite the little cheesy setup, but there are better ways to use the meter, but had it worked, it would have been very good.
PlaDubh is doing a wonderful job at recognizing these are the situations where they've been going for the command grab in those situations, because Zato is very punishable if he whiffs.
Oh no, that could change everything. You have to have the burst though, and you get the gold burst. You go for the parry though, he baits it out, takes it to the corner. Don't break the wall, goes for it. Oh, I'm upset.
Yeah, PlaDubh can.
Now your Zato's gone. You gotta just wait. No, don't go aggressive. When you're playing Zato and you don't have your meter up, or you don't have your Eddie meter up, you don't have to run forward. You can just play patiently. You have really good buttons to zone them out. But here your aggressiveness is going to get rewarded. So I mean, good stuff. You picked a good moment, I suppose.
Yeah, got the big shark conveyor grab, and that was enough. At one point, you said Zato was gone and not Eddie, and I gotta say, Baccpack. Did you?
That's my bad, brother. That's
you just graduate high school? You don't know the lore?
I don't. Actually, enlighten me real quick.
Okay, I'll enlighten you. So Zato is the guy, and Eddie is, I forget. I don't remember. Can anybody?
How does Luigi play into this kind of dynamic?
Yeah, so Luigi is Kai's third.
He got the
brother.
funny mustache, though, right?
He's got the funny.
Oh man, love that guy.
All right. So GG's to both of our gamers here. Y'all did great. That one down to the absolute last game there. PlaDubh and King Crimson, both of you were playing wonderfully. Baccpack, do you have anything that's rooting around that big brain of yours there for things they could work on?
For that set, no, not really. Honestly, that was a really competent set. That looked like something you might see at like a low Celestial kind of level. Both players just need to work on enforcing their win condition a little bit better. Some decision-making things, like not breaking the wall in that situation, or general offensive patterns. But I mean, those are too ambiguous to just say. I'm just going to say both those players played really well. Just focus on improving. Keep playing the game. Learn some new setups.
Just keep gaming. Yeah, I think
just keep gaming. That's the best advice you can give to anyone. You want to get better? Keep gaming.
And speaking of gaming, big damage. The Ramlethal is stepping up here against, I missed the name, Mylungs, the Millia player. Whoa. Millia,
Don't
I feel
vape,
like
kids.
also...
It'll do big damage to my lungs.
I feel like Millia is also a pretty rare character in lower level tournaments, so this is great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Millia does well in the sense that if you knock down a new player with Millia, you're generally going to win. At the same time, though, Millia dies very quickly, and her neutral is not easy to play. Oh my god, making it look easy, though. This guy's insane.
Lungs got bombos. The sidestep through the noise. I want to, hold on, let me double check. I think Lungs played in our tournament last time. Let me double check there for you.
Yeah, sure.
All right, all you Baccpack, you're on comps. Get it.
All right, here we go. So here we are back in neutral. Millia going to jump forward, goes to the FD, gets counter hit, and just going to give up the pressure just like that. Jumps in, gets hit with a double jab, and lots of aerial maneuvering going on by Big Damage. Not sure if that's the best way to play Ramlethal against the Millia. Every once in a while, a JS can be really good, but if you try to play Millia's game in the air, often you're going to find yourself getting a wall broken just like this. Mylungs going to run forward with the disc into the PRC. Goes to the double jump, dives right in, lots of jabs, going to be keeping him out. And here we are, once again, Ramlethal going for the JSs. Even when they're hitting, they're not getting much reward from it either, though. So that's something to look at.
Oh,
that's
that got so
close slash,
scrambly.
force the burst out, and another air dare. Next hit wins.
Oh,
Nice, that's all you need. That's all you need. We take those.
Okay, we got the lore. Moose, thank you very much in the chat. Mylungs is a plus R Millia player. That's right. So they're an old body.
Love that.
Okay, Mylungs now in the corner. Good. That was good burst timing there from damage. That was like an unusual time to burst because it's not always about just damage mitigation. It's just please don't Oki loop me to death. Push into the corner. Good disrespect. Wow.
That was ambitious.
That was brave.
We take those. We take those.
Look, when it works, it works. You know, you're gonna be the next like Conan the Barbarian looking character. Oh, that did so much damage.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. Another JS. Oh, I thought you might have been able to confirm. Gonna whiff the throw. And that should be it. No, actually gonna jump cancel by accident and finds himself losing the round. That's unfortunate. I wonder if that was supposed to be like a burst bait? Possibly? Yeah, it looked a little odd.
That did look a little odd. I'm not sure. Did they have burst?
Yeah, no, they didn't have burst. But if you didn't know, you could actually jump cancel your close slash and then block and then bait any burst that follows up. But yeah, that might have been a super jump. Oh, messed up Tiger Knee is what someone said in the chat. That makes a lot more sense because it was a super jump.
I think it was going to be...
Tiger Knee forces a Tiger Knee. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, supposed to be the TK Bad Moon. As LK put it, it's called Bad Moon because it's a bad move. But that's just him. You don't have to listen to him.
I wouldn't trust that guy. No, my character's worse. Trust me, guys.
Oh my god. Again, dude, Big Damage is boldly disrespecting.
There we go. Got it that time. Yeah, I'm starting to think it was probably a bad move. That was oh, my bad.
Okay, man.
Takes him out of the air, takes him to the wall. Gets it. Yep. You have a massive life lead here as the Millia, and you have burst in the back pocket, and you have the positive bonus. Just play it slow. Oh, godlike. Love to see that. So yeah, Big Damage this entire time has been playing in the air a lot. And just a run up 6 speed is all you really need sometimes against people that do that.
Yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, as soon as you said, like, play it slow, Mylungs kind of switching to that reactive mode and just waiting, like, yeah, probably can 6 beam. Good! Immediate match there. They've been trying to sidestep through the far S's.
What an anti-air! That was sick. Yeah, catching the cross up there with the 5P.
I'm surprised Damon did not throw sword there after that SH.
Yeah, it might have been a little too far from the corner.
Letting him rock. Oh, that was so risky from Mylungs. And you can see Big Damage trying to fish with the 6P. They only need like one hit, so a counter hit 6P would win.
No, that would have been punishable because they did not have RC to do anything afterwards. But oh no, use your other meter to keep yourself safe. Oh no, wait, this could be a big comeback. This could be a big comeback. Once you have 2 bars, if you guys didn't know, you are guaranteed to go for super, and on whiff or block, you can RC and make yourself safe or take a turn.
Yeah, unfortunately, Big Damage there was not able to use the RC. Chip is now a massive concern. Yeah, there's the sword.
There you go.
That was really risky of a situation. Big Damage coming all the way
sword
back.
throw is strong, man. Sword throw is super strong.
It's a little bit of a good move. It's probably up there, at least in the top 20 of good moves.
Yeah, it's up there with Gold Lewis 6P for sure.
Realistically, it's probably up there with Gold Lewis JD.
I'm going to use this platform you gave me to downplay Gold Lewis, so that way you get some buffs, okay? I know Daisuke's in chat. Daisuke and Charlie Day, the duo.
Oh, what a bombo! Okay, I gotta say, Lungs has got
and
the bombo.
And they got the Oki as well, yeah. Oh, but not respecting the super. Once again, you got to respect it. Learn some safe jumps.
Oh no, this is Mix-Up City.
Nice, love that, love that.
I can't believe Big Damage hit 2P. What do you mean?
A really important piece of advice to this Millia. Your character is entirely based upon knockdown Oki, and if every time you get a knockdown, if someone is meter, they have the potential to super you. And if they have a DP, every single knockdown, they can threaten to DP you. So it's very important that you learn safe options around those 2 wake-up options. Otherwise, you'll just lose every time to someone with a DP.
Yeah, right. Like, Millia has safe jumps to spare, right? Like, off of a lot of her conventional knockdowns.
Yeah,
it's just so
you don't get as good of options often as the follow-ups, but it's better to be safe than sorry, as they say.
Yeah, Millia just does not have
that somewhere.
Millia does not have the health to be sorry.
Actually true. Actually true. Not trying to be sorry on Millia. Oh, beautiful run up 6 feet, and the air on the JP goes for the jump to bait out that wake-up throw. Backs up great space.
Neutral? What a gamer.
Yeah, that takes a lot of guts to do, because that's just straight up punishable. It's just straight up punishable. Oh, man.
All right, Mylungs is now turning this all the way around. This was looking all Big Damage before Baccpack.
Yeah, this Millia is doing really, really good at getting those knockdowns and securing
that was
Oki.
Great.
Now they're finding himself in the corner. Time to test your defense. What do you know? Burst in 2 seconds? How do I know? I'm not blocking that. I'm not blocking that. Now you have 2 bars. How are you going to use it, Mylungs? Close out this set right now. Be godlike.
Yeah, it's going to be a wall. No, it isn't.
That.
Okay.
Takes the Oki. I love that.
What
I love
a mix.
That. I love that. Yeah, take the Oki. You get the burst out. They have meter. Get ready to respect it, okay? Expect the super at any possible time. Playing very, very patiently. Goes for the neutral. Puts himself in the corner, though, by going for this. Great jump out. Oh, my God. Finds themselves out of the corner. Only gets hit by 6P and takes the set.
Takes the set just like that.
Beautiful from Mylungs. Beautiful.
Something I want to call out before I forget, there was a moment there where Mylungs demonstrated the Ramlethal defense, right? Which is very important, because if you are not aware of, like, Ramlethal's corner pressure, you just lose, right? Like, you're just like, oh, she's still plus. Like, it can get very spooky. And they blocked the sword, and they immediately dashed up between the sword. And they were mixing up dashing up when they blocked the sword and jumping, which was getting very different responses out of Big Damage while they were trying to adapt to one or the other. And I think that's really what Mylung, like, let them slip out at the end there and win the set. That was really smart.
Yeah, in that last round, it all came down to that double jump out of the corner into the Capel. They found their way out, and their only punish was getting hit by, like, a non-counter hit 6P, which leads to nothing. And they took it because of it.
Yeah,
had they not jumped, had they held that, trust me, that would have been a very different round.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. GG's, gamers. That was dope. Mylungs is going to move on here. The plus R boomers moving through the jacket. I'm all about it. I'll see you tonight for the, the 65 and older special at Denny's. We'll
my. I will not be there, but you guys have fun.
And we're going to have FriskyJacket and DayQuil coming on up next. And this should be a good one. Wondering who they're gonna play. Oh, they're fighting over which side of the setup they're gonna be on.
Hey, left side matters, okay? In these beginner tournaments, honestly, it matters for me, okay? My day's ruined if you put me on 2P or player 2 side.
Yeah, this is DayQuil, right? This is the DayQuil. I'm not crazy. Yeah, this is DayQuil, the old +R gamer. Also, they're all coming out of the old home.
I'm not familiar. Can you enlighten me, please?
DayQuil plays Kai.
Ah, yes, I see.
they're very good in +R, but Kai is definitely a very different beast in this game. Kai in +R. You may ask, well, what makes Kai different in +R? The answer is Kai sucks. But there's a lot of
love that.
I'm just joking. But DayQuil going up here at the AFriskyJacket, representing the Geo, a character that we've been seeing more and more of.
Yeah, Geo is just super solid. Notably, this character has no bad matchups. They do fine in everything, and that's pretty much what defines them. Fine in everything is what you're going to get.
That was actually a wonderful IB. That could have gotten them the punish there, but they were just a little bit out of range.
Yeah, the Dire Claude is actually very, very minus, but the problem is it has a lot of pushback. So had the IB the second hit as well, that would have been like a big old punish from that. But we are going to see the DP. Lots of people not respecting DPs today. Although,
they're doing Giovanna stepping on the beach in neutral? What do you mean?
You know, if it works. Clearly it's matchup knowledge, okay?
That was such a delayed 2S. That was so risky to go for, but DayQuil, I think, tried to fuzzy mash there.
It was yeah, it was a respect for the DP.
I mean, they've been representing it.
They have been representing it. That was like twice in one round.
All right, now that they're doing some
Jump
honest
in. I'm very surprised that wasn't 6-speed.
That was actually a really good challenge there because DayQuil got hit very high up on the body by that jump in, and when those things happen, a lot of times they're not actually very plus.
No, usually they're punishable if it's like very high up.
Yeah.
Big DP though. Punching out of the corner again. Really is representing the option, let me tell you.
Honest mids Michael over here going for the overhead. I think that combo could have been better. Am I crazy? I feel like DayQuil just hit like SHH.
Yeah, that might have been it. I wouldn't know though. I've never done a dust combo in my life. Gold Lewis is not a dust guy.
The run-up throw, the absolute Kai Sicko classic. And now AFriskyJacket is stuck in the corner and shock stated. Good challenge after that.
I am very impressed with DayQuil right there. If you didn't know, previously, last round actually, we saw 2P into run-up throw. This time, DayQuil went for the 2P into 6P as a frame trap option. So we can see that they're very aware of what their opponent is doing on defense, and they're expecting them to adapt, and so they're counter-adapting preemptively.
Bro, what is DayQuil doing? They're hovering in the air.
DP? Any second now? Nope.
No.
Double jumps out, throws the projectile, and gets him again.
That was unfortunate. AFriskyJacket was just a little bit too far, and they actually whiff punished with the fireball there. This is the DayQuil we all know and remember. They're in a different skin, but, you know, that's what can make what we were saying exactly earlier, right? Where you represent the option of DP, and it makes people second-guess themselves just a bit enough for you to do all kinds of other shit, like just wake up, run up, throw, and like, because they're scared of it.
And we saw some Kai zoning there in the end, but remember that Giovanna actually can use 236K to just flat out go through projectiles. So maybe we'll see some of that if the zoning game plan continues.
Yeah, for sure. It's an important option to just have on deck because Giovanna, like, is very strong against projectiles because of that, and without that, is not very strong against projectiles. She wants to approach on the ground. That's like her main thing.
Yeah, I mean, her dash blocking is good. I mean, even if she didn't have it, like, she could manage with those godlike dashes. Oh. But obviously, it makes it a lot easier to have the option.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bait on the DP. Going to force the burst out as well. We're going to see a Fujirak. Nope, she's going to go for the run up 6P into the Dire Clot. Oh, massive poke. So, really important against Giovanna. Throwing out preemptive lows to catch dashes is super, super important. Yeah, very, very often you can catch a Geo just like dashing at you by throwing out a preemptive low.
Yeah, and especially Geo's love. Her 6P is a weird one, right? It's like, it's very different compared to other 6Ps. It's just like a lot of active frames. They got to hit a button on landing? 0 on whiff?
Yeah, very important. DayQuil actually had meter there, so they could have PRC'd backwards and punished that whiff super.
Was that the no mix? They jumped over and went back the other way?
Unblockable is what we call those.
DayQuil now already on match point here against FriskyJacket. The big
Big
anti-air.
6p. The best 6p in the game. You got to use it. Oh, massive far slash.
Oh, a little bit far away.
There we go. Now we're seeing these defensive PRCs. I guess it's offensive, actually.
Yeah, being able to... It's risky, right? They did nerf the throw PRC from the good old days where you just threw on
now you got to react.
and did RC. You actually have to react to it whiffing.
You guys thought Nago's a menace now? Back in the day, you just go for command grab over and over until you mashed.
Or Potemkin. Okay, again, the 0 on whiff, but FriskyJacket, that's like, it's a very aggressive way to use meter, right? Because theoretically, they got the opening. The footsies?
That's a good button,
The
is what that
full
is.
screen far ass from DayQuil. So one thing I will say here from FriskyJacket, right, is Geo has what we were saying earlier, right? Like she's got a good dash block. She's got tools to fight on the ground. There's pokes that you can rely on to try to beat some of Kai's normals, right? Like stuff like 6P would bean Kai for trying to go for like far S, right? Like your 2D is a lot longer range than his 2D, right? That's the wolf fireball, basically. Things to consider.
I didn't think about that. Wow, we actually saw a severe lack of 2Ds, of Geo 2Ds in that set.
Would you say Geo 2D is a little good?
No. You're up playing.
I'm up play. I've never heard that phrase before.
No, so Geo 2D is actually amazing. It is very godlike. It is a low that hits full screen that can also anti-air and is completely disjointed.
Yeah.
So actually, one thing I have to worry about in that matchup is that if you didn't know, Gold Lewis has JD. It's like his main neutral tool because everything else he does isn't so great. And
but
Geo
that one's
2D,
good.
Geo 2D can anti-air Gold Lewis JD. And that is pain.
Yeah, so I think sometimes it's just a matter of experimenting with other options you have, right? Which is hard when you're learning a fighting game. Your character's got like 40,000 different things that they can do, and it's hard to think about like what is actually the one thing you should focus on. But against a character like Kai, who's had his happiest standing like mid-screen away from you and hammering away with far S and 2S, you want to be using some of your longer pokes as Geo until you can get in, right? Because if you get a 2D knockdown, that could be it. 2D knockdown, you get on up in his face, you run in the Geo pressure, like he could just die on the spot.
Yeah, by the looks of that game, the Geo was like jiving in a lot at the start of this. And you heard me a couple times. I was like, I'm surprised I didn't get 6-speed. And then DayQuil started 6-ping, and they didn't stop coming.
No.
And so, yeah, as soon as the Geo was shut down from engaging in the air, they adapted. They knew it was wrong to jump, so they stopped jumping. But it didn't look like they actually had a backup game plan for when they couldn't jump anymore.
Yeah, 100%, right? And I think that's like, especially with a character like Giovanna, you need to be comfortable with that grounded approach, like the more casual, chill approach. Because, again, once Geo's in, it's really scary for your opponent. So you can just take it easy for a while. You don't really have to be that aggressive at first, and you can just look for like the counterplay. The stream pressure is real, so you did many dumb things. It's all good. That is what playing in tournaments is for. But Baccpack, would you say...
That'll happen.
Would you say that you never get nervous anymore in brackets? Would you say that you are a heart of stone kind of person?
I am never nervous because I look at every game as practice, even when I'm in tournament. I mean, I haven't entered like a high risk tournament, like a tournament that I like went out and flew to, like it's all on the line. Like I'm expected to get like a good placing. But like I play in a lot of weeklies. I like 5 tournaments a week, and yeah, I don't find myself getting nervous in those because every loss is a learning experience. The only time I do mauled is when it's laggy, and you are absolutely in your right to mauled if the game is laggy. Don't direct that maulding at your opponent. Just into the ether, shake your fist into the air and say lag.
For the record, everybody who's playing tonight, if you don't know, if you do have in any tournaments that are run here, if you have a connection that is unplayable, please tell a TO. Please do not just play the whole match, go 0-2, and then say I had a bad time. Please tell somebody. That would be ideal. And whenever our 2 gamers are ready here, I see them setting up. I think it's going to be Soul and Nagoriyuki. Good character diversity tonight, for the record.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we've seen the same character twice yet. Another important fact, though, did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, every single month you get a free Twitch Prime subscription? Those of you in chat, I know some of you don't have that used. Show some love to Solid Bones for running this tournament. Give him some primers. I guess what I'm trying to say is, any primers in the chat? That's my little spiel to get the primers out, you know? I got you this time, you know? Next time's going to cost you, though. Hey, Dr. Butts, thank you for the primer. Let's go. Love to see that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Butts. Unnecessarily kind of you. And thank you, Baccpack, for the big plug. If you got him, I appreciate the generosity, but don't feel pressure to. Because, that being said, we've got our next match stepping up here. We've got Drax going up against DJ. I'm just gonna call him DJ, if that's cool with you. Holy schmoly, thank you very much. 2-1 for the big 5 gifted, rattling my bones 5 times over. I greatly appreciate you. DJ's got him in the corner of the DP and wake up backpack.
Yeah, so this is going to be a solid Nago play until it's not going to get hit over. Runs up, goes to the FD, waiting for some kind of defensive option. Runs forward, staggers into the command grab, uses the RC to extend, baits out the burst, jumps in. I'm talking a lot. Goes to the IV, gets the command grab, and now we're going to see a 6S. But it's going to get hit by the reversal super.
That's going to wall break. I think they're close enough. And this is going to be huge, right? No, it isn't. Wow, that must have been by like a pixel.
What a bit. Oh, but unfortunately, you didn't use the right button. Yeah, so Soul's DP does not have a lot of recovery, even though it's very fast and very good. Also doesn't have a lot of recovery, so you have to pick the right button when you are punishing it. Often, if you're close, that's a close slash. If you're farther away, maybe you just take your 2K, 2D kind of thing.
Yeah, that's an extremely common Nagoriyuki round start. Oh, the footsies and trying to match 5K. DJ's doing a very good job of playing around. Holy schmoly, thank you very much, Zaba N1A, for the other big 5 gifted and rattling my bones 5 times over. I greatly appreciate it. While the man Drax is... I think that was a safe jump. I think he's safe. He's safe!
Jumps in, great challenge to the 5K, into the DP. Into the 5H, sending him full screen. Now, I want to see Nago build blood here. You just saw them go for 5H, but the 5H really isn't that great until, oh, well, I guess you can just kill him.
That was such a really delayed cancel.
You want to be hovering at high blood with Nago because it makes your normals just so much better. It gives you so many more neutral threats. So it's limiting in some ways, but it's really, really good in others. Great staggers, backs off, still waiting for defensive options.
Yeah, walked into the active frame to the 2H there, just like I walked into the big Primaroonie from Unlucky 13. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Okay.
No, Unlucky! I'll explain some lore after this. Oh, man.
Oh, shit, we got lore.
So I want to give big shout outs to my boys Twin, Zaba, and Unlucky 13, who are all members of my community. I'm glad you guys are out here supporting Solid Bones. Support TOs, guys. It's really important. Unlucky 13 got gifted a sub yesterday, and he was like, no, I was just about to get my prime. And I found out who he gave his prime to.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Zava, again, for gifting out another sub that just... Oh,
wait. They want me to do the thing. So, they want me to do the thing. So, on my stream, whenever 5 subs is gifted, a little tune rings. And it's a nice little tune that goes... Backpack the elegance! Thanks for the sub. So, I think they wanted me to give that. Thank you guys once again for supporting Solid Bones with the 10 gifties.
While you were saying
and that was a crazy fast round and the perfect.
DJ,
massive dub for DJ.
Yeah, I think the thing I wanted to call out that I've been noticing here is that DJ's been doing a really good job at playing around the common soul counterplay options. Holy shit, hold on. I'm going to thank all of you in a second. Hold on, I feel bad for these 2 players.
G-Krug, my man. Thank you for the 5 gifties as well.
Okay.
Big dubs all around.
Big 2D,
one thing I want to say, I want to give big props to DJ here, who is being a very aggressive Nago, but never popping. And when they do get pushed out, they're ready to zone. Use the RC instead of like doing something aggressive, like throwing out a special move. And they're just perfectly hovering at this high blood rate. We need an elo check. We need an elo check on this guy. This guy is very, very good. This is a very formidable Nago player.
Yeah, DJ was also in bracket last week, and I forgot when they got...
Tell me they won. I know they won. Tell me they won.
They did not. They won. If they had won, they would not be here today. Holy smokes. Okay, hold on. Thank you so much, Gamble, for the big Primaroonie. Thank you very much, German Krug, for the big 5 gifted, rattling on the bones 5 times over. I greatly appreciate you. And thank you very much, 2-1, for gifting out the
DJ said he lost in round 2? There's no way. You're playing insane right now, dude. You're playing actually fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the thing that I think is difficult for people to understand when they're first getting into fighting games, right? Is sometimes when you just got your offense plan figured out and you're ready, you can look like top gamer. You can look like you're ready
True,
to
yeah.
Evo, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously they haven't had much of an opportunity that set, or they didn't have any opportunity that set to like really show off like everything. Like we didn't get to see like their like how they deal with fast characters, how they defend. And from our perspective from that set alone, they played insane, but maybe they have some weaknesses that we will see later in the tournament. By the way, Galuxas, thank you for the 10 gifties.
the Big 10
solid
gifted, that is a lot of, I just put Galuxas playing next. If you want to, you've bought your way into this tournament. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for rattling my bones 10 times over, dude. I greatly appreciate all of you for the big generosity. This is a lot. Like, thank you so much. I hope that everyone's having fun watching some good tournaments and playing some good tournaments. You went 0-2, let the good players show off. Well, I hope you had fun. And again, the point of like playing in these beginner brackets, right, is that to thank Extreme Radical for the big prime. Y'all are crazy. This is mental. The point of playing these brackets, right, is that even if you go 0-2, it's a matter of playing with other people and finding like sparring partners, right, and people to just play with on a daily basis. Because that's like Baccpack said a bunch of times, right? That's how you get better. It's just by playing. People don't want to hear it sometimes, but that is the path to improvement. Just to keep me, thank you again for the big gifted. You're a mad lad. I don't know what to say.
Kiwi is actually the greatest gold lowest of our generation.
Are they?
Absolutely, yes. They actually coined the tech. Have you ever heard of the Sploinky before?
I have heard of the Sploinky.
No, it's super high-level gold lowest tech, and I doubt we'll see it in this tournament. But at Evo this year, look out for it, okay?
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for the Sploinky.
Yeah, please.
Jeez Louise. Thank you so much, everybody, again. And we are going to wait here for our next gamer. But big ups again to Drax and good old... I don't want to say it on stream. I feel like the police are going to kick down my door. But thank you very much to the good old DJ. Running that set, you were awesome. Drax, I think that the thing I was noticing, just to kind of talk about that match before, is that, yeah, sometimes Nagoriyuki just runs you over, Baccpack, right? I'm sure it's happened to you occasionally.
No, never. Not once.
Okay.
No,
Well,
honestly, they got a buff Naga. I've never been opened up by him.
Sometimes you just get run over and it happens, right? And you were doing a good job of, like, cycling the defensive decision. And cycling Amber, gifting out the big one gifted.
I swear, all these people are in my Discord and in voice chat, just laughing at all the subs they're gifting right now.
Help! Thank you so much, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. You're crazy.
Amber, I want to see you in this tournament next week. I want to see you here. Your Axel is going to do great, okay?
Jeez Louise. What was I saying? So, cycling your defensive options is really important, right? You're doing a good job at DPing in some situations when you felt like they were going to press and stuff like that. But I think ultimately, DJ just had a read on what it was you were typically going for, and that's what you got to open up and murdered. I just want to make sure I said that as we were going into this next one, which is going to be Porous, Anji, and Millia, whose name I did not see.
I didn't either. Actually, to be honest, when I host these tournaments myself, I gotta look for those names. But as this co-commentator, I'm like, yeah, you got that.
Yeah,
that's all you, buddy. I'm hanging out.
That's the best. When I get to just commentate a stream I'm not running, it's just like, dude, I don't give a shit. I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's so much more stressful being the main dude, the head honcho, you could say.
All right. Porous and Shrug. Yeah, it is Shrug. Okay, that makes sense. You can see their name is the Shrug emoji. Thank you very much, Kadetsky, for the big gifted. Holy smokes. Okay, got the loops. All right, Porous we've seen before in these beginner tournaments, by the way. Doing the big, cool Anji super. All right, Porous is looking strong, Baccpack.
Massive lead, yeah. I think right here, your goal as Shrug is just to get the burst out of Anji, but he's not going to give it to you. So now you are playing from very far behind going to this next game. Because even if you get your knockdown, he's going to have that burst that you're going to have to guess. Gonna get the hit immediately. I really like that Porous didn't panic burst there. A lot of people would have saw the counter, immediately burst.
Yeah. Oh,
and
that's
a massive wake up throw. You gotta hold that. Oh, immediate close slash. Takes to the corner, goes for a reset on the overhead, but gonna find himself getting out and then right back in. Oh my god. Okay. This is going way too fast. Combo this. Wait for the burst.
No.
Yes. Love to say this is something that will immediately make you a better player. If you see. Whenever you RC to extend your combo, hold down back for a bit and just see if they bursted. Because if they did burst inside of it, it will wait a long time before coming out. Trust me when I say you have plenty of time to confirm off of it. Just wait to see if they burst it. And that's exactly what our Anji friend did here and took the game because of it.
Yeah, 100%. Also, just quick tournament update. Sigwin has to run and go do something, so JD is actually going to be helping run the bracket for the rest of it. We are getting, believe it or not, Baccpack. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we're getting pretty freaking close to top 8.
Oh, really? The matches are, going by real quick. That's crazy.
Luckily, Strive is a pretty fast game, you could call it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's sort of fast, I guess.
All right, Porous and Shrug, game 2. Unfortunate.
It's right into the spin. That's kind of Anji's win. Actually, what even is Anji's win condition? It's not spin. I take it back. I was about to say spin is Anji's win condition. It's not. It's just a neutral tool.
Yeah. I mean, he feels good when he lands it. The dopamine
it does feel good. Actually, you know what? Maybe you're right.
Whoa, the down falling button on the Ko is just enough for 2-1 to gift out another sub. You're an absolute mad person. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. He's going to spin out through.
Spins right to the super, but unfortunately, you are going to get punished for it. Gets the hit, opting to hold on to that burst. Once again, when you're playing from far behind, your number one goal should be to get the burst away from the opponent. And Porous is not going to give it up so easily, especially when they have the meter advantage, but they're going to go for the parry and not PRC right after it. No! Oh, this is a hero burst. Will we see it get punished? Yes, we will, somehow. Shrug was able to not only get both bars away from Porous, but also bait the burst out and win the round on top of it. It's insane. Love to see that. Going to use the Ko to catch out that jump. That should be punishable.
Aggressive burst back there. Okay, going for the mids. Thank you very much, 2-1 again for the other gifted Baccpack. You are now a bone sub. Congratulations.
Love that.
The delayed hair car? Yeah, okay, that was good for Shrug to not RC that hair car. Recognizing that it hit. You really only want to RC that if it's blocked. The side swap?
Yeah, the deep cross up.
Again, they're getting opened up by that. Mixing it in. Okay, Porous has a chance. They got a chance, Baccpack.
They got a chance, not a good one, though. Unless? Fingers pointing together, unless.
Oh, no! Shrug, no! That was the most Canadian burst I've ever seen. That was up in the frozen north.
That was tough. That was very tough. So I just I just gave praise to Shrug for getting the burst out of Porous in the previous round, and now they're giving it out like that.
Oh, this is so brutal because now you can see Shrug has literally no burst
Big
on
punish,
deck.
though. Oh, but perfect time to burst.
Yeah, keeping the offensive pressure. This is going to be a wall break.
You know what? Actually, I agree with the wall break just because you want to get that positive bonus. And, immediately you're going to get rewarded for it. Nice job. Was that one game?
No, that's actually 2-0.
Was that 2-0, right? Okay. All right. In my head, that all merged together. And I'm like, wait, that was a long game.
Yeah, GG's of both those. Porous is going to take it there too over Shrug, but Shrug was doing a lot of really good adaptation later, was really able to run the Millia mix-ups that we saw. It really felt like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Baccpack, I think poor Shrug was just getting eaten alive by the spins in neutral.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, Porous was the Anji, though, but yeah, I honestly, I'm starting to reconsider maybe spin is a win condition because they absolutely won off those spins. Absolutely. Many spins. Usually, you get, for the people in chat that don't know how to play around spin, you can actually throw a really low recovery move into it and it'll trigger the spin, but you'll be plus. That's how bad Anji is. That's why it's not a win condition. Okay, yeah. Like me as Goldlewis, I jump into it with an aerial normal and it's like even, and then I just play RPS. And if I get the knockdown, my win conditions is a little bit better than Anji's if I get the knockdown, let me tell you.
Yeah, and Millia is not super different, right? Like she wants, as soon as she gets a knockdown, it could be horrible for you.
Yeah, Milia's really fast. So you can actually run and like tap with like a 5K into the spin and then be plus,
Yeah, I think it's like, I think for Shrug, I think there's just a little bit of like figuring out what the neutral game plan is there against Millia. So, sorry, I'm distracted by something slightly. Yeah, like figuring
no problem.
out,
I'll take over. I got you.
Go for it, kid.
I got you. We got an Eno on the right side. I can't see their name because my name is actually covering it. They seem to be dressed in some kind of Eno outfit, and we have a Faust up on the left with the 3D glasses.
We got a Faust? Wait, does that mean it's Uncle Sun Puppy? Are they here again?
Let's see. Faust's name is... I can't tell. Oh, is this a loser's game?
I think it's
a loser's game because I see DayQuil and King Crimson on winner's side.
It's Moon Penguin, and it is gonna be Heck you. What made all the old plus R gamers enter tonight? Heck you. If you don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. Heck you is genuinely one of the best ABBAs in plus R in North America. And they're here now playing some Eno.
I actually don't know a lot about ABBA. Is there overlap between ABBA and Eno besides them both having 3 letters in their name?
He spun backward into the bomb.
I'm really hyped to see Faust, by the way. I think Faust's one of my favorite characters to just watch. Mostly because I really like the reactive item play.
Yes, for sure. No, ABBA and Eno cannot be more different characters. ABBA's hard to explain. The immediate jump up air throw, yeah, that is the risk of doing that. Was able to PRC to get the slowdown. That's what makes that such a strong option in round starts and stuff like that. Like things like Stroke or Night Raid into RC. It's just because if you jump, they can so easily react to it.
All right, really important knowledge check there. We saw that Moon Penguin has gone for 2P round start, and it's actually minus on hit and on block. And so they went for 2P into far slash. If you had just pressed any button, you would have counter hit him. Yeah, Faust his frame data is terrible. You got to take advantage of it, okay? Really important.
100%. Running the Eno pressure here. That was good from Moon Penguin there because, yeah, just going under the stroke. I feel like they could have hit a button if they were just able to react a little bit faster. Okay, this is huge. No!
Unfortunate. Goes for the air-to-air instead of the 6P. Lots of air-to-airs going on right now. Oh, and here's the 2K.
No! That must have been like a
plus.
frame off from hitting that 6H. That sucks for Moon Penguin. I feel like that 6H was literally 1 frame from being active.
Earlier in the tournament, I was talking about characters who have a win condition with meter. We just saw one of them. When they have meter, they can do run forward super. If you didn't block or if you pressed a button, you got hit and they get knocked down anyways. And if you block it, they are insanely plus anyways. So you got to hold that.
Yeah, Eno is one of the characters. Look, I was talking earlier, it's so important when you're learning a character to figure out how you can use meter. Eno is one of the most use it this way characters. It's very easy to just do jump button into super. And it's just if they get hit, great. If they don't, great.
We call that an option select. Oh my god, what a confirm. I had no idea you could do that. Although it might have actually ruined the Oki a bit.
Yeah. They're going for jump back bomb bag a lot here, but Moon Penguin has been getting tagged by a lot of their own stuff, whether it be bomb bag. Okay, gonna be able to get item super here. There was a trumpet involved, but Eno actually managed to grab it on the ground, but that didn't even matter. The kids went totally under. Yeah,
Moon threw out a preemptive jump as soon as they saw that they weren't going to be able to get it. Great knowledge check. Great knowledge check. So if you guys didn't know, Eno's super is punishable, but you have to block the first hit and then punish the second hit. You can't block both, otherwise she's plus.
But that was also the second layer there for Moon Penguin was they didn't block the first hit. They were too far away. So being able to still go, I have to punish this right now was really smart.
Yeah, very good.
From them.
Goes for an OTG, throws an item.
That
that's
did a
punishable
lot of damage, by the way. Mix time.
His meter. You should know what's coming up. Oh, gonna get hit by the far slash, and the meter's actually coming into the way.
No. Punish again.
Go for the punish. Yep, that's it. And the burst speed as well. Godlike.
Dude, he Barbados slammed straight under that burst of 6H, puts Faust so low to the ground.
That was very cool. That was 2 separate times where they punished that super.
Yes, that was crazy.
A lot of people would be afraid to because you're like, well, that second hit's coming. I might get hit if I go for it. But they weren't afraid. They just went right for it, didn't hesitate, and it very much so paid off.
Yeah, Human Anxiety says, while this looks like high-level gameplay. Again, you'd be surprised at how quickly that happens. If you just play the game for quite a bit, suddenly you're playing somebody, and it's just, then people are watching you, and they're like, damn, like, you can take pride in that. Like,
I think this goes to show how difficult it is to really, like, pass your Celestial Challenge. Assuming you're not, like, boosting it and whatnot. Like, it is actually really difficult to beat, like, high-level players, or even if it's not high-level players, like, intermediate players, 5-1, or 5 out of 6 games, I should say. It's a difficult challenge, and a lot of these players, I assume, haven't done it, but that doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, for sure. And Heku going to be able to get Moon Penguin into the corner here. The Eno mix. Okay.
Double FD pushed her actually so far back.
Yeah,
it's going to be rough.
This is so big, yeah. I mean, when Ino's got you like this, Faust, not a character who exactly has the best defensive options of all time. So if you get cornered
actually,
like that...
I think Faust should actually do pretty well against Ino when he's in the corner, especially at that range, because his 5P is just very fast, and it's very good at anti-air.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to see more 5Ps when they're in those situations.
Yeah, for sure. We were seeing the 6Ps from Moon Penguin earlier. I just think, see, again, like, I think they're maybe being a little bit too respectful.
Oh, what a JK.
Give her an afro?
It's actually super important. Just like it's bad to mash too much, it's actually equally as bad to block too much.
Yeah.
By giving your opponent so much leeway, you're just giving them infinite turns, and Ino is not the character you want to give infinite turns to, because you have games like that happen.
That was a great HCL also from Heck-U, recognizing that Moon Penguin was going to take that opportunity to throw out an item, and because that's like
max range too.
Yeah, right.
Like perfectly spaced.
Perfectly spaced, and I think that like there's a match analysis video from Sajam about it, and there's also a video from I think Hotashi about it, where what Faust needs to throw more items, right? That's his win condition. So that totally made sense for them to try to do it there, but I think it was, unfortunately, coming back from that point was going to be so hard. It's so difficult to avoid shit from Ino in those situations. But both of those players are really smart, but I think that the big thing you talked about, which is true, is that not mashing can get you in a lot of trouble, right? And we were seeing there, like, you need to be ready to interrupt Ino in certain strings. You can't just block it out and wait for her to be minus. That might just never happen.
Absolutely. I have a question for you, and I need you to answer this honestly, even if it disappoints me, okay? Are there any Gold Lewises still alive in bracket?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, guys.
If it makes you feel
Watch
better,
the guides.
If it makes you feel better, our open brackets that we also do every week, every Tuesday, for the record, if those who want to play Strive tomorrow, that one's open, unrestricted, anybody can enter.
Wait, what's that one called?
It's just, that one's also called Weebcup. This is Weebcup beginner bracket.
Send me a link to that. I might hop in there, you know?
You might make them sad. But yeah, no, totally. But those were won by Cherio, the Gold Lewis player, for like months. They were.
Oh yeah, I know Cherio. I've seen him.
And everybody was like, "Please stop, Cherio."
Yeah, I've actually been hit up by a lot of people from Cherio's local scene, and they're like, "Please tell me how to beat Gold Lewis." Like he just keeps beating us, and I don't know what to do.
That's so funny.
And I tell him what I always say. I say, "Are you a primer?"
I'm just imagining you saying that like in real life, like you're at Texas Showdown and somebody's like, "Dude, you got any Gold Lewis advice?" And you're like, "You're a primer."
I mean, are you subbed to twitch.tv/Baccpack?
Show me your Twitch subs. Pull out your phone. I need your card and ID.
Oh, man.
Also, to what somebody said, at this point, only the Smurfs are left. First of all, no.
No, they're definitely, no.
No, but also...
there's a lot of data on rating update. You can very easily tell, like, once someone has a sufficient amount of data, it would be impossible for them to actually, like, break through the system, quote unquote, by smurfing. None of these players are smurfing. They're definitely making lots of mistakes, but you just have to be, like, a higher level. You have to have a high understanding of the game to really see what they're doing wrong. Because often, what a beginner does... it's not intuitive, the mistakes they're making often. It's more of just like mistakes that you'd see on an aggregate that they'd make over a long period of time that would prevent them from progressing as a player.
Yeah, for sure, right? And also a lot of it is just like, it can be nerves, right? Like I'm sure if you asked, if you asked Moon Penguin how many times you've been hit by your own bomb, they'd probably say not a lot. But they got hit by a lot of their own stuff in that match, and it really cost them, right? And I think it's very easy to get nervous and let those kind of things slip.
So instead of reflecting on
And we're going to see Porous stepping on back up. This is going to be against King Crimson, who is the Zato player.
Yeah, is this, I think this is winners finals, right? We should acknowledge that.
No.
Oh, it's not? No?
No.
Oh, it's winners semis. Winners semis, my bad. Winners semis.
This
Love to
is
see
the
that.
first match, though, of top 8, which is very exciting. We don't have top 8 fully fleshed out yet. Once we do, I'll read them all off. But this is going to be winner's side, top 8. Everybody make some noise. Who do you want to win? Is it Porous, the Anji, or King Crimson, the Zato player? Oh, the Mooch.
Hey, personally, I'm rooting for the Gold Lewis that's still in bracket.
I just hope they both have fun, but I really want to see Gold Lewis win at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from the base perspective. Oh, what a backdash. Actually finds his way out of the corner, jumps back and puts, oh my god, the Uno reverse card. Has the meter as well to extend this. No way, Crimson burst this. Yep, goes to the OGG.
That was actually really good restraint from Crimson there to not burst.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to look at your current situation through an objective lens, and you're like, this is not it. Next round, next round. I'll just take the L. You know what? Honestly, there's some solace that comes when you've admitted, like, I've lost this round. Let's take it to the next one.
Yeah, exactly, right. That was a little bit of an overextension there because King Crimson's options were so limited because Eddie had just died for real. What?
Oh, somewhat of a drop. Maybe it was a burst bait, possibly. I mean,
it was a 5,000 IQ. Oh, the frog going up behind. They got the call with the piercer. That was sick. That was so sick.
That was incredible. And yeah, unfortunately, not plus there, and you are going to get counter hit, and you're dead.
Whew. King Crimson keeping it together. Boy. Wait, is Porous typing in chat? I think Porous is typing in chat.
I was reading it. That's why I wasn't talking. I was reading it. I'm so sad I missed the dust combo. We're sad too, buddy. Hey, keep it up. I'd like to think he's listening for advice.
Oh no! King Crimson, they've caught the slop. Oh no, Porous missed theirs, and now King Crimson's got to miss theirs. That's how it just works sometimes in fighting games.
Yep, and we saw this earlier as well. The butterfly and Deco is just a really solid neutral structure that'll catch your opponent if they're playing aggressive. The counterplay to that, if I was talking to the King Crimson, I would say just play a little more patient, just back off, let both of them happen, and then punish the Ko afterwards. You can actually punish throw with an air throw, or punish Ko with an air throw. There you go.
Yeah, and Porous is going to take it there. That was very risky for King Crimson. Like, I don't inherently disagree with that YRC, although I had back-to-back two commentators, and Hotashi and LK basically yell at everyone, never YRC there, I'll beat you up. So maybe they'd come out of the shadows and start beating you up.
Wait, never YRC where?
Never YRC. They basically both said never YRC. Which
period. There's never YRC,
yeah, just
period.
don't do it. Which I think it could be risky.
I think there's merit to YRC. There's definitely merit to YRC. I've stolen some games with YRC, okay? There are times where once they've committed to an option, like, for example, let's just look at the block string, like close/5H. There are not ways for characters to, like, bait out YRC meteorlessly. And when it's coming down to, like, a pixel, like, why wouldn't you YRC there?
Yeah, but I think that was, it was surprising that King Crimson there went for the dash-up command grab because I think they had full Eddie gauge at the time. So I feel like at that point, after the YRC, you're so plus, like, set up shop, right? Like, I wouldn't just go up unguarded there. Okay, there we go.
Finds the gap, goes for the command grab.
Big old Bombo. Keeping him in the corner.
Yeah, actually just left him there, and that's definitely going to backfire. You now are finding yourself in the corner yourself, drops the combo, but, I mean, this is kind of what Anji wanted anyways. Wants you to get reset, goes for the spin, gets jabbed out.
Good delay on the jabs there, and Porous, not sure if they can really interrupt the sword of Damocles. Oh, spin on through. Okay, but now Eddie's behind you. You got to be careful, the frog.
Wow, the 2P can close it out. Something to think about there. King Crimson, that was an excellent show of button choice. You can see that Anji was spinning, right, towards him, and he opted to use 2P. Once again, 2P is one of those low recovery buttons that, had they spun into it, you still would have been plus, but since it ended the spin, you also punished. So, yeah, just great use there. It's a small thing. One of those things that I say you wouldn't really notice unless you know.
For sure, and that was a beautiful little interaction there of the both of them adapting, right? Drunkard did the butterfly back the first time and Porous held it. Second time he drunkarded it, Porous baited it, jumped in, but King Crimson was able to get the throw after the jump in because it hit a little bit too high up, and now King Crimson's looking good. Oh no, the throw in the scramble!
That should have been a throw. Yeah, actually got 2D by accident instead of the throw. They would have punished there. It was a misinput for sure.
I don't know if King Crimson just meant to fly around and do nothing. Is this gonna be enough? And they just got their burst at the nick of time.
Hero burst! Not the hero burst! You were fine. Oh, hate to see it.
Oh no! And
I should have YRC'd. Am I right? Am I right? Up top.
Let's go.
So you are going to get the knockdown as Anji, and once again, okay. Yeah, that was another butterfly to Ko. It seemed like.
We're seeing the evolution though of that interaction, where now he's a little bit afraid throwing out the butterfly because he's trying to bait out the Drunkard Shade. And that King Crimson didn't even Drunkard Shade. They just jumped in. Porous was caught a little bit off guard. Sword. Wait, shark.
That's a shark, and you're in the corner, and I bet you're wishing you had your burst right about now.
Unfortunate. Okay, wait, this is everything. This is huge.
You should have bursted immediately as King Crimson here. But you're in a pretty decent situation. That was oh my god, that was that was intense.
Unfortunate. They actually YRC'd there, which saved Porous because they did an unsafe move and they couldn't RC it. Okay, set it up. Where the hell is he? What? Did he break the law under him and the frog crossed up?
Yep.
Oh
Yep,
my.
absolutely. That was insane. Godlike play.
King Crimson, you are a cheater. You're a cheater, just like from the source material. This person is out here cheating. He's breaking the law. It's going to be 1-1 at this point, Porous and King Crimson. Can't believe it's already 1-1. These have been long sets.
Oh, it was 1-1?
It's 1-1.
Oh, my.
I know, right?
I thought we watched first to 10. Thought that was the grand conclusion, 9-9, final round.
Wow.
Once again, misinputting the throw gets the 2D inside of it. Yeah. Oh, you can very clearly see that they have it in their mind what to go for, but they're just misinputting it.
I feel like King Crimson got like pissed there and did 15 throws and was like, see, I can throw. And there they are.
I got it. I promise you.
Here it comes.
Throw, I'm telling you. That happens to me all the time. Like, I teched that! I teched it! All right. Actually, one time I went back into replay and I was, chat, look, I told you I teched it. Look.
There it is. Porous goes for the counter, but that was all the meter. That was so risky for Porous.
Yeah. Oh my god, great use of that option. Oh my god. Anji can be so strong when you mix up your options effectively. We've only seen a couple of those throughout the set, and it works when they're not looking for it.
Oh no, this time King Crimson gonna be able to get set up. Just went for a meaty that time. I wonder what Porous was trying to disrespect with, because King Crimson hasn't really gone for that much.
Opposed just being the balanced special move that it is. Both anti-airing and possibly getting you thrown if you respect it.
Everyone loves Opposed.
Oh! No, you didn't have to PRC there. You were plus. That was one of the situations I was talking about.
I think it was a little bit of a PRC. But now, it doesn't matter, right? King Crimson's got so much meter. That's going to refresh the Eddie gauge. This is so bad. What? Chance? Backpack?
Honestly, a pixel in a dream is true.
Oh, that was so space. Oh,
no. Yeah, okay. So King Crimson opted to go for the very safe option of just throwing a pose out in front of you, taking it very slowly, and it countered Porous's aggression.
Opposed blocking it down there, yeah. And I mean, what you're seeing also from King Crimson, they've kind of like stopped challenging in mid-screen because Porous has been consistently trying to spin stuff, and they just set out Opposed. And if Anji is spinning into Opposed, he's sad.
Is that punishable?
Not quite a punish.
And he jumps out as well. Wow, okay.
Cross up.
Oh my, okay. Now you might be over-relying on it now. Next time I would consider doing something else. It did work though, we take those. Great punish, except I think you could have just, I think if you just went for a regular punish, you would have killed there. They kind of panicked him and put him in the corner.
Yeah, Shark is going to let them steal the turn here. Good ability there to kind of fuzzy the way out.
No, great way to change it up. YRC is out, goes for the throw again. You have to mix up what you do after the YRC as well.
Yeah,
it was earlier this set, right? That we saw YRC into throw.
They tried to do YRC into command grab. That time was just YRC into regular throw, and unfortunately, Porous was just holding straight up back. And Porous is going to take it there over King Crimson 2-1. But King Crimson is not dead. They are simply dropping down into losers.
So we saw one big mistake there that led to the L, and that was they blocked the overhead. It was mad punishable. Yeah. They opted to go for throw instead of just going for the combo. Yeah, they didn't get their optimal punish, and it mattered. I will say, though, that it was very cool seeing that Anji change up the option on the offense over there. And I will say one more thing. If you ever use YRC in a pinch and they're down to a pixel, the best option to go for every single time objectively is to jail into a low, because it's going to be the most amount of options. It's going to chip them to death if they don't have D. It's going to beat backdash because they have to be standing to backdash. It's going to beat throw because they have to be standing to throw. It's going to beat jump because they have to be standing to jump. And if they press a button, they won't get counter hit because it will be jailed. But trust me when I say it, you're going to win more often than you don't long term using that option after YRC.
Excuse me, Backpack. You're using some strange terminology. Would you like to explain to the chat what jailed actually means?
Yeah, so there's frame data in a fighting game. And what that necessarily means is that it's either your turn or your opponent's turn. And we calculate this in frames. And the more plus you are, the more amount of frames, that's time that you can act before your opponent. If that amount of time is large enough that you have a move that you can throw out and there's zero gap between them, between the move and the amount that you are plus, then that move will necessarily be jailed. There's no way for your opponent to interact with that unless they YRC or burst.
Yes, 100%.
I've never had to explain that before. I think I did a really good job.
I think you get a gold medal, Backpack. That was great. But
that was scary.
Really,
that was me standing in front of the class. Like that was really spooky.
Yeah. Real quick, before we dive into the next one, everybody, let me just say, we are in top 8 now officially, and let me just say the top 8 winner's side is King Crimson and Porous. King Crimson has already gone down to loser's side, but we also have Heckyu and DJ Fingerbang. That is your winner's side top 8. On the loser's side is Mylungs, a Millia player that we saw earlier, up against Blostafarian, who I don't think we've seen on stream yet. I think I remember that name. And then Killmonk and Saras, and I know Saras is a Jacko player. So a lot of character variety and stuff.
Let's give a big shout out to the Gold Lewis left in the bracket. Would you mind saying their name?
We don't know who Killmonk or Blostafarian are playing, so I'm not saying it's impossible. They're Schrodinger's Gold Lewis.
Yeah. That's me on my other PC. Boy, yeah, I'll see you there, boys.
See you there. All right, Heckyu and DJ, whenever you're ready, you can get on into it. This is going to be another winner.
We saw both these players play earlier.
We did. Yes, we saw. DJ is
the lore is building
Nagoriyuki. Also, thank you very much, Bearcat, the big 16 months. How's it going, buddy? Thank you so much. Hope you're doing good. Killmonger is a Baiken? It's not Killmonger. It's Killmonk.
We're all Bikens on the inside, is what is my counter argument.
All right. Oh, good song choice, Baccpack. I gotta say, I'm a big fan. You don't have your music on, do you?
No, I do not. But you know what? Thank you for the compliment. I'm known for my excellent song choice.
Okay, Heckyu immediately getting the initiative started. DJ is back. Now, see, the interesting... Oh, no.
Massive 2H.
Yeah, I was going to say, 2H in this matchup really lets Nagoriyuki poke at a lot of the distances that Ino can cover. Is this going to be a wall break and a wall break? Now, this is a Guilty Gear Strive round, Baccpack.
Actually, a bit of a mistake. I think you didn't really want to use your meter there as the Nago. You could have just taken your knockdown and gone for strike throw. Although the Ino did have meter to work with, honestly, Nago isn't really affected that much by people having meter. You can play a very spaced game.
Okay, Heckyu was able to block, but it's also not punishable there. Yeah, reversal super.
Well, I take it back. The meter mattered.
Unfortunately, DJ there did not get the punish on the block the Ino super, because that easily could have just killed her.
The option select, the Beyblade in the mash.
Oh.
Gonna take him to the corner, goes to the overhead, into the 6H. Frame trap, frame trap, frame trap, frame trap, frame trap, frame trap.
Nice escape from Heckyu.
Gets out of the corner.
Oh, yeah, no, they're not out yet, though. Oh, no, Heckyu!
Oh, no. Those normals are big, and they work, okay? Let me tell you. You just got TOD'd by 5H.
Oh, my God. Heckyu's used to plus R. They're used to the backdash as being super invul. Give him a break.
There.
Oh, no! Yeah, a little too slow for the charge dust.
Ooh, had that dive kick been blocked, it would have been punishable by a throw.
Oh, no, again.
Oh,
okay.
the air throw. Godlike. Actually godlike. How are you going to use the burst? You're going to bait it out? Oh, wow.
Gold burst. Okay, that could be big for DJ. Nagoriyuki does not need a lot of interaction. So when... Oh, no.
No, he doesn't. Don't use your meter here. No! You had your win condition. You should have just kept him knocked down in the corner and had meter. That's pretty much like you're guaranteed to open them up with that. But now you gave her a way out, and now you have to play neutral. And the last thing you want to do, ever, is play neutral in Guilty Gear.
No! No. Okay, they could have had it there a little... Oh, I feel like Fingerbang's gonna get...
low profile, the 2H, yeah.
That felt like nerves, unfortunately. They had the victory path in front of them, and it was just got a little sloppy. They were PRCing out of nowhere. Oh, boy.
This is what I'm talking about when I talk about really understanding your character's win condition.
Yeah.
That was a prime scenario to not go into damage. You don't need the damage there. What you need is strong Oki.
Yeah.
And all you did was kind of waste a bar, give your opponent a way out, and ultimately they won because of your mistake. And that's going to happen to everyone. Everyone's going to make mistakes. Just it's important to learn from them and acknowledge them, more importantly, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. But I will say DJ has been doing a really good job in the neutral. They are reacting. They're mixing up their offense in a way that is Heckyu is clearly having a hard time dealing with it at times. So they still got
I think they're throwing out 2H a little too preemptively. They haven't even built the blood yet either. So I mean, if you want your opponent to respect your 2H, build some blood first. Make it a respectable normal.
Sure. Oh no.
Big neutral. The footsies that Guilty Gear is known for.
There may be a little bit of choppy waters here. They may be waiting for the. Unfortunately, the trans-Pacific internet cable under the ocean, they're working on it right now. There's one specifically for Strive. So Crayfish got into it, so they just got to go in and clean it out a bit. So.
Yeah, I'll talk to my contacts at Lizard Squad, and we'll try to get these servers to not be
the
DDoS
Lizard
anymore.
Squad?
Yeah, the old little. That was a boomer reference for you in chat. You've been on the internet for 10 years. Maybe you know what I mean.
I do know the Lizard Squad. Okay, so there. It looks like Heku. Are they playing or are they not? I don't actually know.
I guess they're playing. He kind of cheesed that, but hey, we take those. You know, we're in bracket.
Okay.
Ooh, big super after the Beyblade. Into the OTG.
Got the OTG. I assume this is live. Okay, I think we're in. Heku is up 1. He's got to run it back here.
Takes a knockdown. You have Fukio strike throw. No, you go for a fake safe jump. Find yourself getting 6 speed.
The stroke.
Is this the same Naga that we saw earlier that someone called a Smurf?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think this is important. It's super important to know that you don't really get all the information from one set. He looked like a monster in that previous set, and here we're now seeing the kinds of mistakes that they're prone to making. And they're all super workable. They're not a bad player for it, but everyone makes mistakes once again.
But here, getting the back throw.
Their Oki isn't as strong as we thought.
And you know, but as soon as you're saying that, right? Oh, no! Wait, what?
Whiff into the throw punish? They pressed something that whiffed? Oh, my God. And we take those. We take those.
We take those, DJ.
Big dubs.
Staying alive. The Eno matchup is full of huge knowledge checks. Not wrong. However, I'd argue everyone in this game is a knowledge check.
Everyone besides Kai. Dripless Kai.
The JP's breaking the wall. Okay. Now this is going to be big. Heku is going to have positive. But they're back in neutral. The 6P, that was great timing on that 2H there from DJ, right? Because the 6P whiff, they're trying to do it to do the footsie 6P. But the bait and whip punish, which we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Fukio 2H is a super strong option there. Or not in that situation, but generally it's super strong. Oh my God, 1-for-1ing meter. We actually take those. Yeah, Fukio 2H is only strong when you have that high blood and when it's more space. He did a little too close, and I think that's ultimately why we find him down in this round. Gonna dive in. Oh yeah, no one's blocking that. Hey, don't worry about it. All of us got hit. Every single one of us.
Every single one of us got hit. All 140 people in chat. Would you do me a favor and just say in chat, I got hit, just so that DJ understands that, yeah, that happens. It's okay. But GG's to both of them. I see in chat, Heku is saying we can redo that if you want, because the connection got all mixed up. So we're going to see what happens here. I see DJ already saying GG's in this stream chat. Heku is waiting.
Generally, the way I look at it is if you play it out, you got to hold that. If you didn't want it to be played out, you should have stopped moving immediately once like something happened. But
I think so too. But Heku's extending it, and I'm not here to slap.
Yeah. You know, yeah. If they're offering, you know, you take those every time. It'd be a mistake not to. I don't know if you saw yesterday at Genesis, or for the Strive portion of Genesis on Saturday. Apology Man versus Aaron Demack, who ended up winning the tournament. They had to redo an entire set because they were playing at 75 seconds. It was kind of tough. Either way, the result didn't change, but I'm sure both players were pretty upset about that. Because Apology Man actually did lose a game to a timeout because of the time being low as well. And a timeout is rather rare in Strive, so.
Yeah, no, that's so funny. It was that some of my friends were playing KOF the other day, and they were like, damn, we are going down to the wire every match. They didn't realize they had the timer set to 15 seconds. And there were like a whole 2 games. And it's like, how did you not notice? But yeah, okay. DJ says it's all good. They're going to go down to losers. So that means Heku is going to move on here to the winner's final side against Porous. That's Porous Anji versus Heku Eno. That's going to be the winner's side. And we're going to go on down to the loser side of this bracket here, Baccpack, and we're going to see what's happening down there.
Let's get our Gold Lewis man in here.
Blostafarian, unfortunately, there's now pressure on you. If you weren't playing Gold Lewis before, you may want to consider. I see Mylungs already hanging out. Whew.
You might have to swap mains for this next set.
By the way, Baccpack, I know we've been hitting the pavement. We've been going hard for 2 hours. If you want to get up and stretch real quick, that'd be totally fine.
I'm good. I took my break after my stream. Yeah, I'm fine.
Hell yeah. All right. And is it going to be Happy Chaos? No. Ooh.
Oh.
Now that's an interesting character on stream. It's not a Gold Lewis. I'm sorry to say, Baccpack.
You know, it's the next best thing, though. It's the
next best
antithesis of Gold Lewis.
Yeah, I think it is. Will it be a testament? That's what it's looking like.
Oh, it is a Testament?
I think it's going to be Testament.
I was actually curious to see what a lower level Happy Chaos looks like.
Wait.
Because that character is mostly known for their... please don't swap to Gold Lewis. I really hope they're about to not just get off their main and go to Gold Lewis. But I was interested in seeing a Happy Chaos because I thought that it would be really cool to see the kinds of mistakes that lower level Happy Chaoses make. Whether it be like mechanical things in zoning or whether it be... misuse of normals or something.
Mix you up there, kid. Blostafarian's actually going with
mismanagement
Zato.
of resources. Yeah, pulls out the Zato. Zato Millia. Honestly, in my head, I feel like Zato destroys Millia, but that just could be a tier list in my head, you know? It's hard to say. Hot take, but low tier characters can still win matchups against better tier characters.
That is a hot take. I was convinced they were all 10-0s across the board.
Well, they are for Gold Lewis, but for other characters, absolutely winnable. Don't complain about it.
Discoki, good job blocking the low there. Okay. Okay, yeah, force use the burst. And you're already seeing here, right? The explosiveness of the fighting games overall, but Strive especially, where Blostafarian had the initiative immediately, and it's like, how can Mylungs possibly recover from this and win? And then suddenly Blostafarian was on their butt, and they were dying. But now Blostafarian's got Mylungs in the corner. They're just fuzzy jumping. Okay, what's the mix? Mids for breakfast, mids for days.
Oh, very nice, but no confirm on the overhead hit. Yeah, you're getting thrown. When when you're low life and that opposer right in front of you, just try to fuzzy something. Fuzzy anything, really.
Just get it out there. Doesn't matter what.
You know what? Doesn't have to be a fuzzy. Just mash something. You're getting thrown, let me tell you. Great block in the Bad Moon, though. No punish. Goes to the 6P on that jump in.
Oh, killed Eddie with the little stanky leg. Yeah, the big 6P. You got to be ready for that. Like, that is, whenever Zato's run out of Eddie meter, 99% of the time, they're going to try to footsie 6P because his other options are pretty bad. Why does he try to get something started?
Gets the sandwich going. Wow, found the perfect timing in the frame trap there. Honestly, that seems something really hard to do for a beginner to understand, like, playing around the minion. Mm-hmm. But they seem to have it down pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. We have two very good Zatos tonight in bracket. You love to see it. Zato's always one of those characters that people are like, oh, dude, I can't play that. I'm sorry. The sun's in my eye. I got a kid and a dog. Like, there's not much I can do. Like, too much effort.
He's underrepresented at low level, but we can see here, like, newer players can still do really well with this character.
That time the good moon hitting. Oh, good! Abare, jeez. Louise, okay. Now Mylungs has total initiative. Blostafarian does not have burst on deck. No, they didn't wing her. Oh, no. Shark. Yeah, see, that's actually fine, though, right, if you're Mylungs, because it's like, Zato can't threaten you too badly from that range of 2S, and they're able to get the RC and secure the kill. Mylungs is going to go up one game. Look at that. Are you with me there, Lord Baccpack? Hello? Baccpack?
I just like hearing your voice.
Sorry, Bones. I was simply enamored. You go on.
No, I for a second I was like, I'm not going to say anything here. It'll be funny, and then you did say hello. I was like, oh, the joke worked.
Help! I'm being trolled on commentary. Help! All right, Mylungs is up one against Blostafarian. Oh,
big counter hit in the round start. Jumps in. 2K 2D. Gets out of the corner. Oh my god, absolutely great aerial play from Mylungs there, going for that backdash in the air, and the JH follow up.
I feel bad.
Oppose in your face! Oh my god! How did that even happen where the opposed spawned under her while he was in the air?
I don't even know. No! Put the finger in the bear trap. Okay, but crouching under the frog did not get the pickup. That sucks.
We're seeing such a fast speed of game right now. The tempo is so high. This Millia is really setting it. Unfortunately, their speed is being met with patience, and we've seen this quite often in this bracket. Patience just wins, generally. You got to change some things up, but here, you found your way in. Time for your reward. Let's see if it's working out.
That's huge. Yeah, the 2K.
The disc and the empty low, massive plays.
Ow. You saw there, what happened was the 2K killed Eddie, and the 2D counter hit Blostafarian trying to throw. That is the power. Like, that's really good recognition, right? When you hit Eddie, you can do stuff. So going into the 2D there to cover it was really smart. And Blostafarian losing the quick 50%, just standing still around start. Oh no, Blostafarian a little bit of deer in the headlights now. Got the dash up throw. Oh no, time to block.
Very nice reset.
Okay.
At the end of Millia's block strings, it's very important to look for that option because it's the difference between you holding another mix-up and you killing her.
Yeah, and I mean, Blostafarian kind of bet the farm there. The triple frog totally out of meter, and then they were point blank in Millia's face. Mylungs playing it super solid and smart there. Gonna go 2-0 over Blostafarian. Blostafarian, great job on making it to top 8. You are going to go out in 7th place in a bracket that has 64 people in it, and then that's something to brag about. I don't know what is Baccpack.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, these beginner tournaments are so important for people to have a chance to compete. When I was first entering tournaments, I didn't know beginner tournaments existed. Maybe you're hosting them at the time, but I just kind of entered bamboo battles and got washed for a couple weeks in a row. And then I was like, I know I'm going to take a break from tournaments for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was harder in Strive. We ran beginner tournaments back in Plus R, and then when Strive came out, we were like, I mean, everyone's a beginner. It doesn't really help to say, like, what do we need? The receipt from GameStop that you just bought the game or something?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, give the game some time to roost, and then get the beginners afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. So now what's going to happen is Mylungs is moving on to fight King Crimson. Another Zato. They're getting double jeopardy here by the Zatos. Can King Crimson avenge their fellow Zato brethren? And I think next up we're going to be getting Killmonk against Saras. And I believe Saras is playing Jacko. And I think Killmonk is playing Millia, I think. We're infested by Millias. I'm sorry, Baccpack.
Yeah, Goldless for sure. Goldless for sure. Millia is just a different kind of Goldless. A worse one.
She's a worse Goldless.
Yeah, I mean, these characters are actually compared to quite often way more than you'd actually think.
Really?
We're actually going to see a Jacko, though. Yeah, you've never heard the term Fat Millia?
I have not, no.
Oh, yeah, Goldless, once people figured out that Goldless has some good regular behemoth options, people started learning some cross-up stuff, and his mix is no joke. Maybe you've heard of the back scratcher. That's layer 1 of it. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, well, Killmonk is actually Baiken. This is Baiken Jacko. Oh, no! Yeah, that's what you need to keep minus. You know, that is one of the strengths of Baiken is that you can be minus, and then you buffer the parry after. And, you know, they're going to second-guess themselves whenever they mash.
I don't think it's a matchup I've seen before, but I have to say that it's very likely Baiken gets no value from parry in this matchup, like, at all.
Yeah, right, when the kids are out.
Yeah, and one thing that I do think it might be in Baiken's favor, though, is like aerial tatami might just land on a bunch of minions. So that might be a really good preemptive way to get in. But they're actually going to get under the JD. Oh, what were you baiting out there?
What
kind
a delayed match.
Gave up the string. Close slash something into block? Question mark? It's all good, though. It happens sometimes. Sometimes we all get a little bit of a brain freeze. Going to go for the cross-up.
Got the cross-up.
Pulls out the minion, gets him by the JD. Yeah, JS, Baiken JS is borderline criminal. It is very, very good at harassing people on the ground and in the air.
Yeah.
And I figure it's probably going to be a great way to attack minions as well. Going to use the RC to get in. Use the JD. Follow up. No meter usage there. Runs up, goes for the throw. That was a really great call out there.
Yeah, that's a great adaptation from Saras, right? It's like, I feel like Killmonk has been trying to press the offense even when they're minus a lot. Saras just recognizing that they might try to respect there.
Something to point out, Killmonk went for like 4 preemptive JSs in a row. If I'm Saras there, I'm looking to run under those and then catch them under and punch the close slash.
100%. Hold on, we got to check the opponent's connection real quick. We got to make sure there's no, viruses or Trojans in it. So that's
yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
Happen.
And Luigi's.
No Luigi's,
Yeah.
Bro, have you seen
that
Luigi's
guy's
mustache?
kind of funny. Woo, that's a good one. Oh, connection been lost.
Hold on, but that means we
Mighty
gotta.
unfortunate.
Means I gotta actually get my hitbox and hit the button.
Gotta hate that. Hate when that happens.
Okay. We're in.
So how long have you been playing on Hitbox?
How long have I been playing Hitbox? I got it 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
I like Hitbox a lot. I mean, that's also because I'm pretty used to playing on keyboard, just with other video games. So I didn't like. People do ask me. Someone just asked me the other day, like, how long did it take for you to learn Hitbox? And like, my genuine answer is, if you're interested in it, I actually don't think it's hard to pick up at all because I think it's pretty logical the way it's laid out. There's some things that are difficult that you should have to learn.
It's the jump button. That's people's problem with it. I actually knew I didn't want to play on a controller for a long time once I started. I knew I was going to get something. And I ended up going with a mix box, which is just WASD with arcade buttons.
Double cheater.
Yeah, actually true. I never had to get used to the jump button. I just kind of did WASD things, and at the time I was playing a lot of shooting games.
Yeah.
And I was a keyboard warrior.
Nice. Look at you go. The good old keyboard warrior.
Look at me go. Look at us.
Look at us. Well, look at Saras. Got Killmonk locked in the corner here. Yeah, was forced to block.
Great
there.
PRC into the block. Takes another turn afterwards, and still has the Baiken up in the corner, forces the YRC out, and goes for the run up throw. You should be punished here. I don't think they blocked in time. Oh my god, what? They didn't commit to anything, just jump right over it. Great play. I'm very surprised the Baiken got that close and hadn't already commit to something. That's kind of crazy to me.
Oh no, the JS lost. Unfortunate. Saras is one game away from taking this.
Oh, run up to us? Okay. Something that we saw earlier was people really over-committing to aerial movements and aerial approaches. And we've seen that Killmonk is not a one-trick pony. They have been using a lot of grounded options as well. I say that and then they go back to aerial, but you know what? Mixing it up is great. Probably the extension into the RC. No, actually goes to the PRC OS. That tech only lives on with Baiken parry. It does not work anymore for throws.
Oh no! How did that whip backdash? I have no idea. Actually. I don't know why that throw whipped backpack.
Oh, there was a universe there where the back end of Tatami counter hit Jacko there and won the round.
I want to be in that universe. The JS snipe. Okay, Killmonk's alive. Signs of life.
Gets right under. Yes, I'd love to see it. So earlier I was talking about preemptively running under somebody, then just taking your turn that way. It kind of pulled an Uno reverse card on us because I was talking about the Jacko doing it, but now Baiken's doing it, and it worked out great. Gonna up back on the S Kabari. 5H into the 5H. Gets the minion out there.
Okay. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, Killmonk. Able to tie it up there 1-1 with Saras. I feel like Saras has not been able to get into the minion groove. Do you feel that way?
Right now, I'm feeling like the biggest problem is that our Jacko player here, our Jacko friend, is not thinking of Baiken's pressure as RPS situations. So like there are a lot of times where you can challenge and they're just kind of not challenging or taking their turns. And it's allowing Baiken to just kind of do things and like retreat, like take turns, retreat, take turns, retreat. Yeah, if you didn't know, after Tatami, it's -3 for Baiken. They can mash or they can parry or they can do something else. You got to engage sometimes. And also after the second hit on H Kabari, and there's an RPS between the H Kabaris as well. And we haven't seen a single preemptive 6P, I don't believe. But we are going to see a 6P there, taking to the corner.
Oh my god, those
Yozansen.
The Yozanses have been hitting, man. Like,
oh, so Ross is ready with the 6Ps now. All right, Killmonk needs to swap over to doing some grounded pokes.
Setting out the kid with the plus frames of the PRC, smart stuff. Oh,
That should be
the
it.
two of them out. Nice.
Huge.
Complete
That
control.
was a very different round.
It was.
So Ross played fantastic there. They finally got their win condition going, and you could tell they knew it. They just haven't been able to get there yet.
Exactly. Now Killmonk actually doesn't even have burst, so now getting that win condition started earlier is a lot easier for them. But
Yeah,
Killmonk,
unfortunately, they got a little too close, and now Baiken's been able to do stuff, but they got the burst out.
that was a
Back to the
super
corner.
risky button to hit.
Another
That was
Baiken is a meter. They can threaten the overhead into more. Wow, very good by Saras. They're blocking that overhead. Baikens are more likely to go for the overhead when they have meter because they can do like a follow-up combo that does a lot of damage and stay plus when it's blocked.
Tatami, the Yozansen, that's the instant overhead. Is this? I think it's enough. It should be. It is the
Yeah,
OTG. Killmonk. Okay. Do you want to say it? Do you know where we're at, Baccpack?
Set point?
Double Luigi's. There's two funny mustaches.
I'm sorry, it's double Luigi. Oh, it's my bad. Ask me next time. I'll know for sure.
Saras
for sure.
immediately eating 50% because burst is not on deck. Oh, this is so scrambling.
Often people will prioritize damage over Oki, but this is a game about Oki. Take your Oki. They just OTG'd there and gave up all of their follow-up pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
God, 5H is such a good normal.
Oh,
That's the opponent, and it
shooting!
will
Oh
be.
my god, that is so much. Okay,
Great
Saras got
counterplay
the gold
there.
burst. What can they do?
Okay, wait, powered up minion though. Oh, but the Yosensen in the back end gonna close it out.
Again.
All right, this is some counterplay. This is actually level 2 counterplay. This is beyond the level 1 matchup. If a Baiken is JSing on you a lot, right? You might start adapting and start 6Ping it. And then they adapt to you by doing air dash gun, which will beat your 6P straight up. and it does super damage.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw there. The Jacko went for the 6P and got gunned.
And it always feels bad when that happens. It's like, well, I was right.
Oh, it feels good for half of them.
For 50% of the players, when you get hit by Baiken air shot, feels good.
Like 50% of the players are having fun when a happy chaos is on screen.
100%. GG's there to Saras. Saras, for the record, if you're here in Twitch chat and you're listening to me, Jacko is a very complicated character with like a lot of freaking things to keep in mind, right? There are 2 Jacko players in the Sajam Discord who are both very good. There's Dusty, who enters bamboo battles, I think, pretty often. And they're extremely good Jacko. There's also Afel, who's always hanging out and giving people Jacko tips. So if you're looking for Jacko gamer tips, definitely hit them up. They're always hanging around and always looking for games. But for now, Saras is going to take the big 7th place, which again, you should be very proud of. And we are getting down to the wire here. Only 6 people remain in the bracket backpack. 6 of them.
Wow. We made it.
I can't believe it.
I was about to say, look at us again, but I would never use the same joke twice.
Never
Hey,
ever.
funny Luigi mustache.
Dude, my God. I remember when I played Mario All-Stars and I was like, look at this guy.
That's crazy. Actually, Mario Kart Baby Luigi? Huh? What the?
He doesn't even have a mustache. That's hilarious. Wow, wait, was Mario Kart the first time you ever saw Baby Luigi? Are you that much of a zoomer?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, he exists in other places?
He's in Yoshi's Island.
Oh, I don't know what that game is, but I'm sure it's great.
You are a child. You are a young babe, and I won't have it.
Well, I just turned 13 last month, so.
Congratulations! You can
thanks,
you can now legally rent a car.
I don't know about that, but.
Yeah, the plot of Yoshi's Island is that Baby Mario falls on Yoshi's back, and you have to rescue his brother. He's being held hostage.
Oh, wait. Do you remember those games on the DS? It was like Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story.
Yeah.
Is that Baby Mario and Luigi, or are they just small because they're on a DS?
No, that was...
These are the dripping questions I have.
No, you're thinking of Mario and Luigi You're thinking of Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, which is a game where Mario and Luigi, they have to team up with the younger baby versions of themselves.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, anyway, okay, let's focus up, chat. We got to be focused here. Mylungs is fighting King Crimson. Again, Mylungs in this top 8 has had the Zato double jeopardy. They knocked out Blostafarian Zato. So I've got a feeling Blostafarian is in the background there like, let's go, King Crimson. Let's get some revenge here.
Yeah, might have gotten some counterplay, from the previous sets if they were watching. They were probably in game, but I mean,
All right. This is losers quarters, so this is to find out who's moving on to losers semis. Mylungs and King Crimson. Who do you want to win, Chad? Who are you in on?
I want the Goldless main to win.
I knew you'd say that.
Jumps right up, goes to the JH, force the burst out. Frog's gonna go up, jumps right over him again.
Ah, that super sucks.
Mylungs is really good at controlling the Millia in the air. Like, one of the hardest things with Millia is like picking correct options to do in the air to put yourself on the ground where you want to land. And it seems like they're just always right. Like, there's never a time where they're landing like way out in the middle of nowhere and getting whip punished. Yeah. It's always like right on top of the Zato.
Also, holy moly, that was a mash and a half. To close it out there. Okay, Frog to get some initiative.
Big jab, locked him down.
Okay.
Burst bait potentially? Nope, not going to go for it.
Oh no, that actually whiffed. That sucks.
Yeah, it was an empty land. I don't know. There's not really a reason to go for the bad moon when you don't have meter because you don't get Oki or damage off of it.
Yeah.
So all you really did was give him an out for 5 damage.
Lungs may have thought they were going to build it, but okay, this is huge. No, the 2S into nothing. He just hit him with the what are those? Okay, Drunker Trade to get her behind. No, unfortunate. I think the FD there actually really helped. I think it pushed Mylungs out of the mix-up range. Not quite enough. Nice.
Nice. That move will make you block. You actually have to block the move, or 6P it, or preemptively 6P. When you want to jump, know that Zato's already looking to throw out that button and just throw out a preemptive 6P.
100%, but Mylungs here getting the early initiative. King Crimson stuck in the corner. No punish on the hair car.
Double overhead into the double low, going to get the knockdown. Didn't actually go for the H disc there. I wonder why that was. Maybe because it would give King Crimson a guaranteed burst out of the corner?
Could have been, because that route was also burst safe. I do think Mylungs is playing very aware of burst. Oh my god,
Yeah, and you do have the big health lead, so I mean, I guess you can afford to play that way, but I feel like you'd be a little more comfortable if Burst was off the table right about now.
Nice. Oh my god, that did so much damage to my
Nice.
lungs. Okay.
Finally, there goes the Burst. Oh, but the 5D going to take you out. You have meter. They have positive bonus, but the game won't last long enough. All right. So whenever you PRC or BRC into a person, there's an RPS being played, right? There are 3 options you can go for. Number 1, you can throw. That's like the level 1. Most people are just going to immediately throw. Number 2, you can jump or backdash. Both options that beat throw because you are getting out of that range and you can punish afterwards. Or number 3, you can press a button to call out a jump or a backdash. And there, what happened was one person threw and the other person did nothing.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't engage the RPS, you're guaranteed losing it.
Yep.
I think it was when I was first getting into fighting games, I watched a YouTuber named Wrath. They play a little bit of this game. They're also a Gold List player. And they once said that a lot of people engage with RPSs in fighting games not knowing scissors. So like they'll just know rock and paper and they go between them. And not knowing scissors makes you, you know, really heavily unfavored going into that situation every single time.
Yeah, and I think that what's also important to recognize, but when a lot of times when people say like RPS in fighting games, it's not totally fair, right? Like it's not like you getting hit by rock might be catastrophically bad, whereas you getting hit by paper might be less bad, and that should inform your decision.
Exactly. It's all about making informed decisions based on the risk and I actually made a video on this. I'm about to go on a rant. I'm going to stop myself now. I made a whole video on risk reward and when to mash and why you should and what's a good mash. You know, we'll just call it a weighted RPS and we'll move on.
Yeah, everybody, by the way, you should go subscribe to Baccpack on YouTube. Any primers in chat, you know, go hang out with Baccpack, you know. You need
daily videos, daily streams.
Daily videos,
Baccpack.
But King Crimson taking the L in that one. Mylungs is now 1 round away. The frog caught him in the toes. Okay, that was a lot of freaking damage, but now they're back to neutral, which is where Mylungs is a lot more comfortable. Oh,
yeah, big damage into the corner. Oh, you have a lot of meter. How are you going to use it?
I feel like
the cross up. Oh, the burst. Oh, no, okay, wait. No, this is huge.
Wait, yeah. And this is not.
This is a guaranteed round win because the other opponent's not going to. You're not going to burst here. Bursting here is suicide. No way. How did you find your way out of this?
Oh my god.
There's no way this is about to happen.
You said it was guaranteed, Baccpack. You said it was
guaranteed. I'm sorry.
You said it was over. What a block.
How did you win that? You're insane. I wouldn't have won that. Not in a million years would I have won that.
Jeez,
that was insane. Yeah, all that happened. Okay, so when Zato had the Millia in the corner there, they can guarantee a turn by just doing far slash, which would stop a jump or a backdash, or obviously a block, and then use your meter to continue once your Gatlings are done, right? And then you'll have Eddie up, and you'll be able to reset pressure, and you have another meter on top of that to do the whole situation again. Yeah. This is looking like an unwinnable situation. Instead, Zato wasn't really on their toes, and Millia just jumped out. And somehow turned the entire situation around. It's really important to understand when you have that advantage, when you find yourself in these really favorable situations, to put yourself in them when they're in front of you. You know, take the what's the phrase that you're about to come up with on the spot?
Dude, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's love that. As a Texas man, I can say that is absolutely true.
Wow, the JK into RC, aggressive. The one thing I'm noticing a lot from King Crimson is Millia has a lot of her like pressure moves that she can end pressure with, potentially catch you with, are horrendously unsafe, right? Bad Moon is very bad on block.
Yeah.
Car is very bad on block. King Crimson is blocking these and then just like jumping out, and it's giving Mylungs like a lot of lease on life that I feel like they should not really be getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, it's really hard to criticize newer players on not knowing frame data, because that's something you only get by looking at the frame data or someone telling you like, hey, that's punishable. But yeah, something I'd recommend is if you don't know a situation, but it looks like it's not their turn anymore, press a button and see what happens.
Got the big back throw there. Okay, this is huge for Mylungs. Oh, again!
He teabagged there, dude.
Did he?
Yeah, he teabagged before going into the hair car.
I don't know if he teabagged or if he was just doing inputs. I can never tell.
Actually, no, it was a fuzzy block, actually.
It's hard to tell. You only get, you know, the brand of you went for the teabag IMO if it's really obvious. Blostafarians. You gotta like.
True. You know what? That's fair.
Ooh, though I'm surprised that burst worked out. That was such a risky burst.
Yeah,
Okay.
why see? Was Lord Knight right? No.
Wow, they stopped blocking right there. Why? Okay.
Honestly,
what are we down to,
Baccpack?
Backpack?
Bad. Unusable.
What are we
We're
down
down
to?
to the final Luigi.
We're down to 2
Any
Luigis.
mustachers?
Yeah, what are you, mustachers in chat? That's a lot of freaking damage. This is a great start for
That's
Crimson.
crazy damage.
They are
Yeah,
back
once
to
again,
neutral.
when you have that, once you have an advantage against a fast character, just play it reactive. Chill back, let them make the mistake. Because once again, Millia's a lot of things that are just minus and punchable and block. So let them commit to the risky stuff.
Yeah.
Goes
That
under the
PRC was
ground,
huge.
PRC, now you gotta hold
Nice.
all this. Burst bait,
No.
yeah.
Oh,
With
no.
that spacing, that you have no opportunity to burst, but finds his way out, gets it by the frog, and that'll be it.
Frog does it. King Crimson is indeed going to avenge Blostafarian and take out Mylungs at this point. Mylungs is going to go out in 5th place in this.
Honestly, that was top 5 Luigis of this tournament.
Damn, you think
Right
so?
after Charlie Day.
Right. Charlie Day's number 4?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was Mylungs is moving on here. They're going to be sitting in losers semis to find out who they're going to fight between DJ Fingerbang and Killmonk. That's going to be Nagoriyuki and Baiken, the samurai battle. Whoa.
You say Baiken and Naga?
Yeah.
Very cool. This matchup, I feel, is good for Naga, like most matchups in the game.
Why do you say that, Backpack? What makes you think the matchup is good for Nagoriyuki like most?
Because, once again, as we've seen the last couple times we've seen a Baiken, there's not really a good time for Baiken to parry. Like, what are you supposed to parry? I guess after double fire slash, like fire slash into parry, but even then, the Nago can mix up the timing so much, and then even use clone as a frame trap, which is parry invincible because it's a projectile, it'll just beat you. So I don't know. In my head, I say this a lot. In my head, you know, I conceptually, I'm thinking about matchups. Nago kind of destroys Baiken. Like I'm seeing in my head, this is not a Luigi situation.
Damn.
This is just straight up a 3-0.
This is straight up just Mario.
This is, yeah, absolutely. This is a Mario Party going on right here.
I gotta say, by the way, Sigwin, earlier in this bracket, they were TOing in the beginning, and they were accidentally adding the wrong King Crimson in chat. They are super vindicated because Mylungs accidentally added the wrong King Crimson in chat to say GG's. And they were looking at the guy. They were looking at them in chat when they did it. Hilarious.
What is wall slump? So someone asked that in chat. Wall slump is when you get a knockdown that's very low to the ground. It's off a hit close to the wall that breaks the wall, but it wasn't a launcher in any way. This is something that you often see from like Eno. They'll get a knockdown, or they'll get like 2K2D, right? And they'll go into wall slump where they're stuck to the wall and they have no way to tech off the wall. They have to every single time get off the wall very slowly and just give you a free turn. It's very, very oppressive if you can use it right on those specific characters that use it. Once again, you see it on Eno, Happy Chaos,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's someone else, but it's not coming right now. We are going to see this Tommy goes for a 5D. Not sure that was going to do. Jumps over the Yozansen, gonna whiff. And Nago is having a good time throwing out stuff.
Yeah, if you're a character with a fast backdash, Nagoriyuki can have a trouble, like, because he's only 0 on Beyblade on block, right? Please tell me I'm right in the model wrong. It's 0, right?
Yeah, it's even. And yeah, backdash is a really good option after Beyblade because it's going to be the command grab. It's going to be like 5P. And those are his top 2 options. So, yeah, very good. He can call it out, though, with just like a big button, like a 2S.
Killmonk is relying on that cross-up Yozansen so much, and I mean, it's working.
It's working, but honestly, it's not a habit that I would want to keep for much longer because it is incredibly punishable if you just kind of whiff Yozansen, especially against his Nago. Like, he'll make it hurt.
Yeah. Heck you, I think the fastest way to learn wall slump is watch the match between Diaphone and Daru at Red Bull Kumite because they did it to each other.
Actually true, yeah.
They did it to each other literally every round.
Yeah, definitely study up on some Eno stuff if you want to learn about wall slump, especially if you're playing Eno yourself. I believe you were, right? Heck, you was an Eno.
Yes, Heki was an Eno. And also for the record, sometimes you don't want to break the wall if you're a character who really benefits from staying on top of someone and continuing to pressure them. who doesn't like want to give them the chance in neutral, right?
Yeah, like Gold Lewis. Gold Lewis is actually the perfect example of this. Like, let's say I have a happy chaos in the corner. Why would I want to break the wall and go back to dealing with neutral when I have them in the corner and they have to hold my win condition right now? So often, as Gold Lewis, I'll drop combos on purpose, let them get to the ground. There's no teching in the game. Like, there's no air teching. They can't like pop out. So I just let them hit the ground and I take another turn.
Yeah, and especially because, I mean, for someone like Gold Lewis, right, who does a little bit of damage sometimes. A bit. Like,
Yeah,
that,
sometimes, for
it
sure.
can usually literally be, don't break the wall now, and they're dead, right? Like, it can be, like, you do it
Absolutely.
once. Like, also, while we were talking there, DJ quickly takes the one there over Killmonk. Yeah, we were seeing a lot of what you were talking about, right? It's difficult to, like, for Baiken to escape some of those more pressury Wiser Man not doing some of those sweet OTG 6Hs. He tried once, but I think he just dropped it.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention this earlier about DJ. I think their biggest flaw right now, like they seem to have a pretty good grasp of neutral for the most part, but they don't understand their Oki loops. They're getting hits and they're not converting it into like OTG 6H and a Fukio strike throw, which is very, very strong. Unbelievably strong. It carried me to Celestial for the first time when I was a mere stride baby. So
yeah, I mean, it's so strong, and they haven't really been doing it, and I wonder, they're the double Fukio forward. That's actually super scary.
Love that.
Is Fingerbang gonna pop?
I don't like the use of the meter there. It's not going to kill. You could have just supered.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Would have been a super, would have killed. I don't think they're going to pop, though. They should be fine. Just, once again, I've said this before in this situation, your goal as the opponent with the small HP is just to get the burst away from the one you're losing to. But they're not going to get it out. And you get to hold on to that sweet, sweet burst. But you did build time for you to build your own burst. I'm watching initial D kind of gameplay right now. I don't know about you.
What do you mean initial D gameplay?
Oh, no, because like it froze for a minute and then it went like 10 times speed.
Oh, no. It's good for me. I
great.
mean,
Great.
he found how to drift into the gutters in such a way to get a little bit of extra boost of speed for me. So that's
Yeah, for sure. A great call in the backdash of the 2S. We were talking about that earlier. You can just throw out big buttons to call it backdashes, especially if you see your opponent going for it often. And this was just a hard call out too. So he must have saw it as a weakness from this Baiken player.
Did indeed.
And that was it, right?
That was
it's still first to 2.
That was already 2-0.
Yeah, really great plays from DJ there. Once again, I do still want to see them do a bit more Oki stuff, but I mean, they looked very comfortable in that matchup.
They did indeed. And I think it was just DJ's been doing a phenomenal job compared to other Nagoriyukis I think we see, managing their blood and just just kind of
blood management, honestly top tier. They have not popped once, I don't believe.
They've not popped once. I mean, there is the other school of argument, right, which is sometimes you can just afford to go so mental and pop in their face and like
but that's not I think it's actually counterintuitive to tell a new player that.
Oh, 100%.
If you're like, yeah, it's actually good to pop, like they're like, oh yeah, okay, 4 Beyblades in a row.
Yeah. It's like you need to understand how to be controlled before you can learn how to pop.
There are times where it's very advantageous to pop, and there are ways that you can turn a bad situation into a very good one. And you see players like Hotashi take advantage of this a lot. They will take him to the corner, build high blood, and then instead of breaking the wall, they just walk forward slowly, waiting for the blood to build. It pops, then they get high, low, strike, throw, anything you need, and all of them are going to kill you.
100%. And something I'll mention also, because this is just a general Nagoriyuki advice that a lot of people don't know, and I feel like people aren't very good at talking about it. When Nagoriyuki gets more blood in him, right, his sword increasingly turns into a lightsaber, and just gets I shouldn't
have assumed that people know that. Earlier I was saying, you just want higher blood, and I wasn't actually explaining why. When you have the higher blood, you get bigger normals by a lot, by a very wide margin, so it's worth it to be sticking around at that high blood, and that matters a lot when you care more about pokes than you care about mobility.
And that's like a lot of Leo players hate the Nagoriyuki matchup, right? Leo's a very strong character.
I even love playing Leo's as Nago. I mean,
and one of the big reasons is like Leo needs to win before Nagoriyuki can do any special moves, because as soon as he's in level 2 blood, Leo's life is so much more difficult, right? Like it can really change a matchup to where it's just like, what do I do? Like this man's just swanging his old Zweihander over there. There's nothing I can get in. And Porous is they're just running around. They're doing the classic FGC thing of going to Wendy's really quick. For those of you who have not been to locals, that is... wait, you said you started playing fighting games like 2 years ago, right, Baccpack?
Yeah, during COVID. I've never been to a local.
That's crazy to me. Okay.
Which is why, CMAL 5 earlier, I don't know how, I think I rated them once and they said they were in El Paso. But, yeah, it just brought back the memory of that. And I was like, oh, yeah, I should actually, see if there are locals around or anything like that.
Yeah, we used to, back in the olden days of Weebcup, unfortunately the jokes kind of died out because they've gotten a little bit bigger. But we would role play that we were all at a Dunkin' Donuts and we were playing on like the TVs that show what the menus are, like in the back of the Dunkin' Donuts. That was our setup and it was our way of being like, it's just like a local. Oh man, there's so many funny things about locals, but believe it or not, everybody, we are down to top 4 already, and we're going to be playing winners finals next, which is going to be Porous and Heck You. And then
very cool. Big congrats to the players, by the way.
Yeah,
it's a very big feat to get top 4 in a tournament of this size.
It is indeed, and also let me just say big congrats to Mylungs and Killmonk. Both of them took 5th place tonight. Definitely, again, something to be super proud of. In this bracket of 64 players. That's so many players. So the question is, we've only got 4 people in bracket so far, Baccpack, and I don't know if you know the rules around it, but we have to figure out who the hell is going to get banned. That's the big question.
Oh, you want me to? Well, I don't know if I can give my advice on who would be banned, because I also run my own beginner tournament, and I think we have different values for what we allowed. Like
values.
Do you know? Well, I mean, do you allow Celestial players in yours?
So the general way we've done it, we have a bunch of rules. It's on ELO on the rating update website more than anything else. But if you hit Celestial like once a couple months ago and you're not consistently in it, you're fine, right? Generally, we're looking for like 10th floor to like low Celestial is like our skill ceiling.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're looking for that as well. But even people that are like actively in Celestial, sometimes we'll let them in if we actually go out of our way to look at replays on people where it's like close. Mm-hmm. Like we'll look up their arc code and look at their replays. Like we make a fun day out of it. We just kind of like look at the replays of people like, wow, this person's good. One time we actually, we reached out to a person, you're like, you are way too good to be entering this. Actually stop. Go into the other tournament. We gifted him a sub and we're like, go into the Baccpack Bash. That's another tournament that I host by. That's a sub tournament.
Yeah, whenever we ban anybody, it's immediately just like, go to the actual open bracket, which is tomorrow. We do the beginner, then we do the open. I kicked someone out.
You see a lot of overlap between those other people that enter this one and tomorrow's, or are they only allowed to enter one?
No, they can enter both. The only thing is that we cap both tournaments 64. The open one usually doesn't cap, but it has been lately because this one is so big and people want to play more Strive. But there's a lot of overlap between the two. But the funny thing that happened earlier is I kicked someone out of the bracket earlier who was named Booty, right? Which did unfortunately, I was thinking about it for a while, which did unfortunately lead to the Discord message of me saying, hold on, I got to think about booty. And I wasn't thinking. And then I got up and did something else. And everybody was like, thanks,
I got to ponder something real quick.
Hold up. I gotta sit on the thinking rock. Okay. And just like that, everybody, make some noise. This is winners finals. This is going to be Heck You versus Porous. Whoa.
Now watch Heck You mastered wall slumping.
Yeah, Heck You said sorry. Heck You literally just said in the chat, sorry, I was watching a video on wall slump. I'm ready.
Gonna get the knockdown in the corner. We'll see very quickly if they know how to wall slump. Oh, no, actually, Anji gonna challenge, get his way out, but ultimately gonna get hit by the dive, and that should be a wall break. Yes, it will.
Back to Noosh, but that's kind of where Anji wants to be.
That should have been an air throw punish right there, or a 6B punish as well. Ko is actually really intimidating to approach as a newer player because it doesn't look like something that can be punished because they can act afterwards. Yeah. But there is a really good side.
Ko just went straight through it? Okay, wait, Porous has a chance.
I take it back. Don't get anywhere near Ko. Don't try to do anything to it. Don't.
Ko is invincible. It's unstoppable. There's naught to be done.
Oh my god. Gonna hit with the chemical up. Keep him in the corner. Oh, just outside of the range of the 2D. That's really unfortunate. I think
oh my god, where are we?
They're listening. They're listening. They went for the air throw and they just didn't jump into them. And so it didn't work out. Ko, once again, okay. I want you to think about this right now.
Yeah.
Porous has now used like 4 or 5 Kos in these 2 rounds, 2 very short rounds as well. So you really need to start punishing these, even if it gets a little intimidating. Just play a little more patiently, back off as soon as the top of the ko, jump into it, and air throw.
Correct me if I'm horribly wrong, but Eno dive when it's uncharged like that and she just comes straight down, that's pretty minus, right?
It's always minus, no matter what. You can always press a button afterwards.
Yeah. I wonder what Porous tried to go for there.
Unless they have, I think they can actually super. Well, it should be punishable, but I mean, if you try to like press a big button, there'd be a bigger gap, and so they could super you. But for the most part, it's a guaranteed punish if they dive like right into you. If you just like press your fastest button into confirm button into confirm special, like you'll get that every single time.
Yeah.
And that goes for all of them, like the downward one, the horizontal ones. You just always press a button.
Cool. Heku's up one. Remember, this is first of 3. The winners finals means that it is first of 3. It is not first of 2.
Actually, in the beginners tournament I hosted last Saturday, there was someone that was going for the dive, like over and over. They went like double overhead into the dive, and we're like, please just start jabbing after the dive, because they just kept letting them reset over and over and over, doing the exact same block string. They started challenging after the dive, and they destroyed them. Like they took the set. They played so well after that. They just didn't. They got knowledge checked, and they almost lost the set for it.
Oh, that was wow. Bold fuzzy throw. They've been doing wake up super a lot. I'm surprised Porous has not tried to bait it yet. That looks pretty burst safe to me. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely burst safe. You try to burst up there, it's not looking good for you.
No. Yeah, Heku hanging on to it. Heku is an old plus R player, right? And back then, if you got your burst thrown, you know you lost your soul, and that's not good. So Heku, I think, is no stranger to holding on to it.
I'm seeing a little too many double overheads in this. I definitely want to see more low options being threatened. Because by going through the same thing over and over again, you're just making it very easy for your opponent to block you. And we see they did change it that time, but if you really think about it, they did overhead into a mid-frame trap.
Yeah.
And that still means that they were blocking double overhead, they would have been fine. So think about it from your opponent's perspective. I want to pick an option that's going to trip them up.
For sure. I think Heku is, unfortunately, they're blocking those Fujins.
What a throw.
They've been trying to do like 2K2D, but consistently Porous is just out of range for it. I feel like Heku just doesn't really know what to do. Okay, gonna be able to get the super here to get this Oki. What's her
I want to see more Anji 5Ps. It's got a lot of range, and it takes, out of the air. There's the burst out. And yeah, this is not
nice
good.
tech.
Oh, what a tech, though. You have meter. Just commit to something.
Oh.
Commit to anything. Oh, unfortunate. In those situations when they're that up close, like you guess with something and you call it a day.
Heku is going to go up 2. We've not seen any wall slumps yet, I gotta say, Baccpack. I mean, did they even watch the video?
You know what? I hate to say it, but most of the time you can't learn a tech in like 10 minutes. Most of the time. It's crazy, I know. Oh, wait, that wasn't the set?
No, I told you, it's winners finals, first of 3.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Come on, Baccpack.
Right, I want to see a massive comeback here, then.
Implementing a technique you've only heard of in the middle of battle. Exactly.
I want Anji means to rise up.
All right, Soda's rooting for Porous. Soda's been playing Anji for years.
Yes! A ko has been punished. Love to see it. Although I just said I was rooting for the Anji, but you know what? I'm anti-ko more than anything. Oh, another air throw.
What an air
Looking
throw.
for it.
Okay, challenge it.
Challenge, though.
Porous has got a chance.
Takes him to the corner. Should be a 5D here. Absolutely. And unfortunately, that super is just going to knock you down, and no one's blocking it.
Oh,
mid.
The 2.
Sometimes the mids are too hard.
Nope.
They're too difficult.
Nope. Spinning on
Spinning
it. Okay.
into it.
That was a good mix up there because
We're going to
mostly
see a ko. Butterfly into the ko.
Oh,
another air throw. Heck, you took our advice a little too seriously. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, this is actually a perfect example of the thing I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
The RPS situation, if you don't know scissors, if your opponent doesn't know scissors, what do you pick every single time? Answer me. You pick paper.
Was that plus? No. Okay, Force RC. Sorry, that was crazy. Baccpack, you were saying words at some point. I couldn't understand them.
Yeah, so pretty much Porous has not challenged a single time after the overhead. And so, heck, you threatened 6 overheads in a row.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what you do. It seems like bullying and it seems mean, but that's like, if you spy a weakness like that in fighting games, especially in a tournament, like winners finals.
You take advantage of it, for sure.
You gotta pry on it.
And it also shows you that just because you're a beginner in this game doesn't mean that you don't have instincts on how to, like, play around an opponent's weaknesses.
Yeah. Getting chucked for it.
Massive.
Massive. Yeah,
Big
that was gonna be happening on block or on hit. Porous is gonna drop down here, losers finals. Heck you with the quick 3-0. Heck you.
Honestly, I'm seeing a ban in Heck U's future.
I'm seeing a ban in Heck U's future, but
in a good way though, in a good way, you know.
But yeah, I mean, Heck U has fought all the way up there to grand finals. And I mean, for the record, it's not like Heck U's path was like 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Like, they were going back and forth with a lot of people. I think Porous, I think we were seeing what you were talking about earlier, right? Where it's like not hitting Anji 5P in that matchup is like something that helps a lot, right? Like just denying that approach and things like that. Having a little bit of a gap in knowledge against can be horrible.
Yeah, so I can actually give a direct example of how I would use this information as Gold Lewis. When I use a behemoth, most of the time I can threaten a frame trap with a button, or I can just do another behemoth, which is a bigger gap. They can challenge it, but if I notice that people aren't challenging because they're afraid of frame traps, or maybe they just don't know that they're not frame traps, I'll just keep doing behemoths. What are they going to do about it? If they're refusing to press a button, behemoths will naturally beat jump and backdash. And so I'm pretty much covering everything when they refuse to mash.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it's like, it sucks because when you first start playing fighting games, you're like, I'm hitting buttons. I paid for this game. I'm hitting them. And then when you usually try to start learning them and take them seriously, that's when you get more patient. You get more blocky. But it's like you need to kind of revert at a certain point and realize sometimes I paid for these buttons. I got to hit them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I was saying, once again, to another callback to something that I said earlier, was I completely forgot what I was going to say. No way.
Calling back to what I said earlier.
It'll come back to it.
That was good.
Wait, trust me. It was something about Luigi. Take it away.
Bro, I mean, have you played Mario Teaches Typing? Like, damn. Funny mustache.
I'm a big fan of Mario Calculator.
Mario I used to play that every night. So
yeah, it comes with a clock.
Does it?
Yeah, Scott the Waz showed me.
Mental. Dude, I actually saw a Scott the Waz match this episode. Love that Ohioan. He's great. Next up is going to be King Crimson and DJ Fingerbang. I am going to have to ask Porous, please get off the setup. He's
just vibing, dude.
You're just standing there vibing. Please. Thank you very much.
I remember what I was going to say.
Okay, what?
It's just as bad to block too much as it is to mash too much.
Yes. This is a Street Fighter thing, so I'm sorry, because I know all of you are like, boo, Street Fighter. But, hold on. There's an old Street Fighter.
God, I hate Street Fighter.
There's an old Street Fighter video. It's important because M. Bison is a character in that game who can make a lot of plus frames happen, right? And somebody showed a sequence of somebody literally dying from full health, right? Just from sheer chip, by them never challenging in a plus situation, right?
Are you describing Gold Lewis?
Basically, right? Bison is actually pretty similar in that game, where you need to challenge at certain points or you get eaten alive, but we're done talking with that nerd shit of that Street Fighter nonsense. This is Guilty Gear Strive. This is going to be DJ Fingerbang Nagoriyuki against King Crimson's Zato. Whoa.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
And this is the battle to find out who goes on to losers finals to fight Porous.
Hey, you're going to hit me with the backpack, you there?
No, you're good. You're allowed to
All right,
shit.
here we go. Honestly, I kind of see DJ getting punished here because once again they seem to struggle with maintaining advantage after getting in, and this is a matchup where once you get in on the Zato, you can't afford to give it pressure. So, because for once the neutral's not in your favor, Nago, not in this matchup, and so if you don't take advantage of your knockdowns, you're gonna get looped. Because let me tell you, King Crimson knows the loops. Oh, and you know how to wake up throw. Gets the hit, and so does he. Goes to the throw into the RC and comes into the corner. Opts to just let you get out. Even though, I don't know if you noticed that, but that was a micro walk back to beta burst. It happened last second.
Oh, trading. Yeah, that is a scary. That's a scary situation for Zato on block there, right? With the Beyblade Zero, because the boys' buttons are kind of slow.
One actually big mistake we just saw there, that was a YRC point blank. They jailed into 5P, and 5P is just not good because you don't have follow-up options besides your 6P, and it's a mid, so no matter what your opponent did, they literally cannot be punished. Yeah. So jail into a low after YRC.
Actually,
for the first time,
Sharks
DJ has popped, and they're going to get punished for it bad.
Yeah, Sharks is like the beautiful punish there because it just is the entire bleed out.
Okay, yeah, he's godlike. This guy's banned too. Ban both these guys, okay?
That was so
Do you ban just
unfortunate.
based? Do you ban based on skill level, or only the winner gets banned? 'Cause this guy needs a ban too, buddy.
We ban top 3.
Oh, all of top 3 gets banned.
All of top 3 is getting banned. We're doing it.
I see.
But we keep it a mystery each time, even though we've done the same thing each time.
No, this week's different, guys. Ooh.
This week's different, guys. I maintain the threat just in case 4th place is also really suspect. It's like get the.
No, I think. Well, I'm not going to say what I did because that would be biased.
Yeah, okay, no bias. King Crimson's
No
up 1.
bias, no bias. No, DJ could still bring this back, okay? DJ could still bring this back. Gets the Fukio throw, really good option, actually. King Crimson has been, like, jabbing Fukios, and you can use a universal throw because it's only 2 frames. It'll very often catch those really fast buttons.
Yeah.
Big 6H. Hits the 5-8, and you might be using a little too much blood. Just sit back, play a little reactive with the 2Hs. See, that's the... Okay, right there, those are proactive 2Hs. And the problem with proactive 2Hs is that move has a lot of recovery. That was a very bold special move, but it's going to work out in the end.
Yeah.
DJ going to take the round right when we doubt him.
Right when you doubted him. I wasn't doubting him
Right
for nothing.
when you doubted him. I was just referencing my favorite video game, okay? And that is Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
I love Luigi's Haunted Mansion. Again, unfortunately, DJ is going to pop here and just going for the Sharks just to get the maximum damage out of the bleed out.
So it looks like DJ is struggling in neutral, and their answer is to just throw out special moves and hope something sticks. The problem with that is obviously when you do something like that, you're going to pop a lot more often.
Yeah, and the sword. Oh, oh my god, that 2H was everything. Okay, DJ's got a chance. Even though they've popped in this round, they've got all this pressure. That's massive. King Crimson, there's the burst. But one more little love tap could do it here. Nagoriyuki does a lot of damage. Opposes out. Accidentally
Jumped in right when the opposed launches out.
Yeah, did the drunkard.
Another opposed and the kill slash catches them on the cancel the opposed. That was insane. That was insane. And, DJ just responds right back to the dub of his own.
Jeez, the big 1-1.
Is this one also first to 3?
This is going to be first to 2. This is only losers semis.
Got you. And is losers finals also going to be first to 3?
It will be, yes. All the finals are first to 3.
All the finals, gotcha. Yeah. Losers, winners, grants.
All right, 1-1. Who do you want, everybody? You want DJ?
Wait, I just realized that this Zato has the floor 9 badge. I wonder what's keeping them from progressing. That's kind of crazy to me because they seem insanely solid to me.
I mean, sometimes it's that's just the way ranked goes in some games, right? Where it's like you can seem insanely solid, but then like there's things like you're just really weak to one character and bad at stopping their pressure, right?
That's true, yeah. I think most, probably honestly the biggest mistake, even though we haven't called it out, is defensive habits. Is probably the biggest mistake we've seen over anything else. Just people not rotating their options on defense and often not knowing like basic counterplay and knowledge checks, which I mean, once again, you can't blame them for, but just something that we've seen a lot.
And while you were saying that, King Crimson got absolutely run over in that last round. DJ is now up close, and you can see King Crimson is just challenging with the 2Ps there, but DJ's has a lot of blood on him.
Yes, Oki!
No!
We've seen it.
He's gonna pop!
Yeah, no, this is, no!
No, he was too far!
Well, 5H and super, no! Oh, well, no, you're fine, though, you're fine. All right, so that super is actually punishable on block from full screen.
Okay.
But you were in the air.
DP!
Since you blocked it in the air, he wasn't punishable.
That's literally the first time DJ's gone for DP after Beyblade.
I hate to say it, but you should probably ban top 4 here. You should probably ban that top 4 too.
I'm thinking the same thing. That's why we maintained the threat. This has nothing to do with your input. This is only me, but I gotta say, hold on. Before we move on to the next game, everybody, because DJ is gonna take that 2-1. But I gotta say, King Crimson, you played your heart out tonight. You were looking really mad good. I do genuinely think you would be a lot more comfortable playing in the open bracket. I think you got what it takes. Frankly, I think the thing that I'm seeing...
Who did they lose to in winners?
Who did they lose to in winners?
Actually, I'll figure it out. You figure out your speech. I'll check it out.
I was just going to say, King Crimson, I think the only thing you're missing is like some matchup experience. But I think that you've got a really solid group of fundamentals there. And I think that you proved yourself in tonight's Beginner Cup bracket, King Crimson. I think you're banned. Really quick. We usually do this at the end. But everybody, please rise and let us celebrate the banning of King Crimson.
The graduation.
The graduation. King Crimson.
That's a good way to look at it.
You played your heart out tonight. Thank you very much for playing. I hope to never see you again. Thank you.
I know I got a lot of Baccpack subs in there. Let's see Backpa7s in the chat, boys. Backpa7s. To a real one.
Thank you, /McGash, for the gamer. Damn, King Crimson's good. He got banned out in 4th place. GG's, gamer. And with that, we're moving on. We're moving on to this bracket. There's not that much time to celebrate. We're moving on to the very next match, which is going to be Losers Finals. This is going to be DJ, Fingerbang, and Porous to find out who fights.
By the way, Crimson lost to Porous.
Look at that!
So yeah, Crimson did just super solid all around.
Real talk though, that is the reason I keep the threat open for who I ban is because sometimes it's not just the top 3. Sometimes you feel a cutoff where you're like, top 4 is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I can see a world where like if it's like a top 8 of menaces, you know, like
yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time, guys. Maybe next time.
Anyway, this is gonna be Losers Finals. This is gonna be
Oh my
first of
God,
3.
I'm so
Porous is
proud of
getting
DJ.
shot to death.
I'm so proud of DJ. They've entirely changed their offensive structure. We're now seeing more OTGs in a Fukio strike throw, and it's working.
It's working.
This should be an early wall break. Not the most damage, but still a decent chunk. Big 2S. All right, you're building high blood. You don't need to play too aggressive now. Just wait it out. PRC, that should be a punish. No! Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Actually, it went for a slow move and got themselves grabbed because of it.
Good song choice, not the Baccpack knows because you had Narc who plays with the music off.
No, I put this one on personal.
It's a day.
Absolute banger.
That crossed up! The overhead of the butterfly, but not really much for it. Oh, the go all the way down!
Throw. Yeah, once again, lots of codes just being unpunished. I think, honestly, it's Porous' secret weapon right now.
Jumping away. That was actually a fantastic punish on that. No!
Oh, yeah, and the waste of the meter, too. Not like it would have mattered, though. Unless, maybe you could have, like, BRC towards them with the Fukio, and that would have been close enough to make yourself safe. Actually, no, because even in the corner, Fukio, or Bloodburst is punishable in the corner, guaranteed, on any character.
Yeah.
It's -7, you can throw, so.
Unless you're in the air, then it is bad times.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay, so Porous is already up 1. Will Porous get the run back against Heck You? Who won? It's 1-0. Porous won.
Who won? 1-0. 1-0. What do you mean? 1-0.
It's currently 1-0. It's yet to be
I was
decided.
lapping wall sub.
Yeah, dude, Heck You was just in the
Oh,
lab.
man.
doing
I'm
wall
afraid, man. I'm afraid. It's going to come back in the wall slump. It's going to be a true menace to this bracket.
We're all going to be slumpy men by the end of this. Okay, Porous, up 1. We got to check the connection first, Baccpack. You know how it is.
Yeah. This is a standard protocol.
Uh-oh.
And that was not, though.
All right, hold up. Porous has got to get back in here. Porous hitting the old Ethernet cable with the Fujin. Connection lost, Pog. Do not Pog for that.
Pog.
All right, now we just got to wait for Porous to get on in here. It's okay. We're patient gamers, right? Also, Killmonk said, can't wait for next week. This one was super fun. Thank you so much for entering and playing. And I hope to see you next week. For the record, again, for everybody who's waiting and they're not sure, I make the bracket generally right after this ends, is where I'm also going to announce who our next celebrity guest commentator is. I'm sorry, Baccpack. It's not you.
Oh, really? That's unfortunate. What about my alt account? Backpook.
Backpack. Good old knapsack getting on in here. All right. Fingerbang and Porous. Porous is still up 1. Oh, no.
And now he's up 2. Hate to see this happen, especially so late in the bracket.
It's okay. It's okay. We're chill.
It happens. I've been in the same place. I've been in your shoes. Hey, I'm the co-commentator this time. I don't have to worry about it. I know your heart's racing, though.
Let's give it one more try, and then I'm going to remake the room, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Let's do that as a plan. I'm gonna type in Guilty Gear elevator music and see what I get.
You can put on Welcome to Guilty Gear by famous YouTuber Baccpack. That's a banger.
Is that his song?
You've never seen Welcome to Guilty
I'm
Gear?
sorry, I have not.
Oh my God, I'm upset.
I'm
You
so
got to do
sorry,
research
Baccpack.
on the people you invite to your channels.
I gotta watch all your videos first?
All of them. Every single one of them, trust me.
Wait, we're
They're
in!
all bangers. Yeah, we're in there. Okay, wait.
Okay,
Hold it on the Welcome to Guilty Gear. That'll be closing stream song.
Alright, hold. Hold, everybody.
It's never lagged out here, not once. Oh, well. Cue the Welcome to Guilty Gear while the lobby
Okay, hold on.
while the lobby changes.
Alright, hold on. I gotta do stuff. Alright, get the heck out of here. We're gonna disband the old room. Alright, this is the part, you know, tournaments are a test of skill between the players, right? But this is the test of skill for me, the streamer. We're finding out how good I am at streaming. Alright, let's see. Let me give out the old code here. You're gonna have to get back in here too, Lord Baccpack. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
You're chilling?
Sure. Are you sending me on DM or in somewhere in the
Got a DM to you.
Discord? All right, perfect.
I'm gonna read it out to you. That sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a great idea, even. All right, chat. Code is
No! Okay, hold on. We're gonna play the universal waiting music. That was loud.
Welcome to Guilty Gear by Baccpack.
No.
That's some good elevator music.
Until we can get on in here.
Yeah, actually, we're doing an open lobby now, guys. Pausing the tournament. Everyone get in here.
Yeah, everyone get on in! Alright. We're spectating.
That we are.
Okay. Now, players just need to get on in here. I think JD has given them the codes. It's all good. How's everybody doing today? Baccpack, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm just, I'm actually watching a video right now from my favorite YouTuber. His name is Baccpack over at youtube.com/Baccpack. He
What kind?
uploads, he uploads daily videos, actually, guides, commentary, analysis, funny clips.
Every single day?
Every single day. It's actually quite insane. He actually also has some like song parodies up based around Guilty Gear. He streams every day too. You might actually want to go check him out.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like everybody is missing out from not checking out Baccpack on YouTube
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Twitch.
Honestly, he's really on the come up nowadays too.
Really on the come up. Okay, speaking of being on the come up, oh shit, is it happening? Is it happening?
Possibly.
Not to derail the topic, but just watch a game where somebody used a super that was literally just the Skeleton Please emote. That's a good super. Oh no.
Oh, that's tough.
Okay.
That's
okay.
really tough.
Okay. Here's
Was
what
it the same person every time?
This has been the same two people every time. Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do. Porous and DJ. I'm gonna have to ask you to go kick the door down of a park or something and play there. And we're gonna have to stall for time. So
Hey,
go.
we got plenty of videos over at YouTube. I'm kidding. Oh man.
Yeah, you two go to a park and fight it out. Tell us who won. Hecky was saying meet up and fight us IRL. It's all good. It's okay. We're chilling. We're vibing.
I mean, does this tournament have the Connect 4 clause?
Is the clause that if you can't play, you eventually have to play Connect 4?
I mean, you know, we've only ever had to use it once.
So
is what
there
I'm
was
saying.
back in the ancient days of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, when Baccpack was still not even an idea yet. They weren't even born. They were
Yeah.
still
Yeah, for sure.
weren't even preschool yet. Back in the old days of Marvel 3, every week in the New Jersey local for it, which was at 8 on the break, it was every week was grand finals between Marlon Pie and Chris G, right? Literally every single week. And they got really sick of playing each other. So one week they rolled up, they just backed out of MVC3 and they looked at the other games in the PS3 menu and they saw they had Bomberman. And him and Marlon Pie were like, oh shit. And they just played Bomberman first to 3 instead of doing first to 3 in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And it was like,
crazy.
it was the most, everybody was like, yeah, I guess that's fine. Like,
I mean, if they agree, you know.
Yeah, they were just like, whatever, man. But yeah, that was super funny. It's
Although
really
it would be kind of
interesting to me.
BM, you lose to some guy and he's like, yeah, that's probably our next end Bomberman.
It's really interesting to me that you are comparatively so newer to the FGC. I did not think that.
Yeah, I'm just, I've got a lot of free time and I'm a quick learner. So
Oh, yeah, look at you go. Did you play video games before, or is this like I imagine you played, but like were you a big video game man?
I mean, well, if you count Call of Duty as a video game, I've played that for years and years and years.
No, I think Call of Duty's more of a board game personally.
Honestly, well, the thing is, Call of Duty is so distinguished, just like playing like the NBA and Maddens. It's so like different from other video games. Like I can't play like an indie game and like have a good time. Like I only play video games for competitive, which is why I played like competitive COD for a long time.
Interesting.
And yeah, and then I came to this and I was like, this is just way more competitive and way more fun. And I don't have teammates to hold me back.
That's super weird. You just don't like playing big games casually. You only like competitive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to get like a competitive itch from the comfort of your own home, right? I mean,
I guess not. I mean, I guess you could play like Hi Ho Cheerio. That's probably not very competitive.
You know what? More than anything, I like the grind of getting good at something. I guess that's a better way to describe it.
Yeah, that's like what's funny is I love fighting games and I've like played them for a super long time, but like I myself am not really a hyper competitive person. I just have a lot of fun playing them, and like I could definitely like I like, you know, winning is cool and everything, but it's more just I like learning stuff, and I like being able to like fight my friends and just like hang out and play things like which is interesting. I do feel
yeah,
like
absolutely. I mean that's completely valid too. I mean, there are obviously pros and cons to both sides, but I will tell you that the major con of my side is that if you go into like earlier, I was saying one big piece of advice is get into a fighting game with a friend. If you don't have someone that matches that kind of competitive energy, you're gonna pass them very quickly, and you're gonna make them upset because, yeah, you'll bully them very quickly.
Yeah, that's like again, just talking about beginner tournaments at large, right? Like, you can get really good really fast. Like, even, I would always classify myself as a pretty slow learner, but like, especially just because I've played fighting games for so long, it can be a little bit easier for like me, right, to identify like, oh, that's good and easy, right? Like, day one Johnny me is gonna be using that until that breaks, right? Whereas like if you're totally new to fighting games, it takes a while to even get your like ideas wrapped around that. So people sometimes get intimidated when they're playing fighting games and like they see people kind of like seemingly having more success from them, but like it's so complicated, and I don't think it really benefits you to constantly look at like what are the homies up to. Oh shit, they're so much better than me, right? Like because there's a lot of factors there.
Absolutely. There's definitely room for people that just want to enjoy fighting games casually. And honestly, we're not playing that game right now, but hopefully soon we will be. The new Riot fighting game looks very promising for new players.
Yeah, I mean it's
Project though.
So I'll be honest, if I've caught like. Unfortunately, I've got a conditioned backpack, and it's somewhere deep in my left sternum is where my hipster bone lies and prevents me from liking popular things, right?
That's fair.
It's a horrible condition.
Yeah, I know. I have that exact condition. When I used to watch like anime, be like, ugh, Death Note? Disgusting!
You know what's so funny is I'm like not an anime dude ever, but like I watched Death Note back in the day because I was in middle school? Like perfect demographic.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, it's funny because I generally just don't really care about super huge streamers. I just don't watch them, right? So I barely paid attention to the whole a bunch of big streamers play fighting games, but I did. It's funny that it led to the discussion, as it always does, of like fighting games are too difficult and things like that. And I think it like really depends on what it is you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to do. Because I still think like people always say like you know, Strive is a super hard game, but like, or I guess people say Strive is like easier now. Hold on, let me go back.
It depends who you're asking. It depends who you're asking. Because comparatively, it's an easy game, but I mean that doesn't mean it's like an easy game. It's just easier.
People say Plus R is a hard game. You can dead ass hop in there and just probably hit punch, kick, slash, heavy slash, and like that does a chunk of damage, and you go wonderful, right? Like that's it. And it really depends on like where you're benchmarking yourself for like how good you want to get for like how hard they are. So it's always like a. Anyway, I'm not excited for Project L only in terms of I am scared of what that discourse is gonna look like.
Gotcha.
And again, everybody, unfortunately, we're waiting for a match to be played off stream at this point. They're giving it the old shot. to see if they can. And then once that resolves, we will be going into grand finals. Until then,
On the
I
bright
guess,
side, that we have a perfect time slot to listen to "Welcome to Guilty Gear" by Baccpack.
hold on, everybody. We have to. Okay, we're not gonna do karaoke, but
No karaoke, just watching a YouTube video, you could call it.
no. Okay, so a lot of you are Zoomers, Baccpack included, and you may not
Yeah.
have ever heard the vocal plus R songs that are certainly
Birthday Train? Oh
a
no, wait,
flavor.
that's Sign.
No. So hold on. I'm gonna show you all
I'm looking.
the Johnny Guilty Gear plus our vocal track. Okay? For those of you who have not listened to this, you are in for something. Here, Baccpack. I'm actually gonna share my stream with you so you can listen along with everybody and you can give me your real-time reactions, okay?
Perfect. Okay,
All right.
I'm down.
Tell me when you're in.
I am finding my way to this Discord through the 100 Discord servers I'm in. Okay, I made it.
All right, are you ready? All right, everybody ready for the Johnny Guilty Gear plus R official vocal track? Are you ready?
When you were okay, I just want to say, when you said Johnny Guilty Gear, I thought you were like doing a meme,
No.
like the guy who made Guilty Gear, Johnny Guilty Gear, like
No. No,
Like
this
the
is
other
real. Okay.
It's a
ready?
character in the game.
He is
Okay,
a
go
character in
ahead.
the
Go
game.
ahead. Okay, going hard.
This is normal.
Yep. Going hard.
It's going hard. How are you feeling about this Baccpack?
I'm digging it. I can't really hear the lyrics, but I assume they're kind of funny by the way you're giggling.
They're
kinda low in the
very
mix.
fast cards.
Oh, I see.
So the important thing that I learned about all the Guilty Gear Plus R vocal tracks, which you can find on YouTube, I think they're all hilarious for the record. They have the strangest lyrics you'll ever hear. Some lore that I saw in a YouTube comment, which I'm taking to the bank, is that they
Wait, is that official?
That's official.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
No,
fair.
that's why this is a big deal. This is official.
Okay.
And they got told to record these apparently in a studio in LA, in like a day. Like they had like a day, and they just got handed the lyrics, and they were just like, "Do it," and they were like, "Okay." So they were like forced to sing them all super fast and do rough takes, and it's so funny.
Johnny.
Johnny. Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know if that's really in the spirit of the character, but we are waiting again for good old DJ Fingerbang, which they have to be having an intense set at this point. What's your commentary on the match so far, Baccpack?
Well, both players are in fact playing.
Wow. They are indeed. I'm gonna guess it's probably 1-1.
They're playing well. Okay, they're playing fantastic.
Like, yeah, no. Suddenly, like once their stream's not on them, they're both just God, like Super Saiyan level 9. I haven't seen.
Yeah,
DBZ.
absolutely.
I assume that's a level they hit.
No, for sure, definitely. I mean, it's not called that, but I mean, you could say that. I'm sure it's in the manga, somewhere.
Yeah, in the manga, they're like, my dad is Bardock, but his dad, Fardock, he was a Super Saiyan level 9.
Yeah, from the multiverse.
Yeah.
You ever, when you were a kid, you ever look up like Super Saiyan 10 million? You just put 1 0 0. It's the same image. We all saw it as a kid. It's just a really buff Goku with hair going out so far out, like it's bigger than his entire body. You have to look it up. If you ever looked it up, you'll immediately recognize the image.
All right, everybody, we're gonna look up Super Saiyan 10 million.
Yeah, just put 1 and then put a bunch of zeros, and you'll know the exact image. I'm looking at it. That's hilarious.
I'm getting a lot of.
It's the first one, the one where it's a small body inside of a whole heap of hair.
All right, everybody, this is now. I don't play DB. Who'd you play in DBCF actually?
So I initially got into fighters like pretty casually, just because I really like Dragon Ball, and I was playing the game and I was getting rolled by my friend who had just smashed the auto combo, and that's when I was like, I'm gonna destroy you. I want you to quit this game now. And I learned how to do a combo, and I was like, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna be the greatest now. And I tried to do 2Ms. Like I would just try to like run up 2M because I'm like, this is my combo. And I would still lose auto combos because they're faster. I didn't understand frame data at the time.
Okay, wait.
And
good news.
I picked all the scrubby MASH characters.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, they actually played. They said GG's.
Oh, okay.
DJ is moving on, I think. Porous said good luck. So I assume that means that DJ Fingerbang won and is taking second place. Wait, no, they're not. They're moving on. Jeez, that was fatalistic. They're moving on to fight Heck You in winners finals or grand finals.
Either way, they're both banned.
Porous is taking third. Porous is gonna be hella banned. You kidding me? That was some good ass play from Porous. Everybody, give it up to good old Porous. They're gonna be taking third place here. And everybody, thank you for cooperating and staying chill and continuing to watch the stream. Of it basically
you did not drop viewers that whole time. That's crazy.
We basically turned into a podcast of interviewing you, Baccpack. So thank you for being part of the new podcast, which is called The Marrows. I am Solid Bones, and I will be your host.
Yeah.
So at this point, we are waiting for Porous and Heck-You to get into the lobby. Heck-You, get in here.
To answer the question, though, I went from a bunch of mashing characters, and then I ended up finding Nappa from a YouTube video that Wrath made on how to play Nappa. And yeah, that was like my real entry into fighting games where I was like, I actually want to put a lot of time into this and get good. All it took was one real good guide. And that was how I got my start. In YouTube, I looked for a guide on a character. I wanted to learn like Chip or something. And I looked it up and there were no guides. And guides that I would find for characters were like, here's a special move. You do it with 236K. And then end of guide, you just say all the special moves, say all the normals, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had already known how to play Nago at the time, and I was like, I'm going to make a guide that I can be proud of that's actually going to teach people things. I'm going to tell them how I use stuff, when I use stuff, and then that was it. That first video popped off, and because it popped off, I just started doing a lot of stuff.
That's awesome.
How did we get here again? Oh, I was talking about Wrath. I was talking about Wrath's Nappa guide that got me into fighting games. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah, it went full circle.
Thank you very much, over here. Everybody, for cooperating with me and Baccpack, stalling for time. We are now entering grand finals. I'm gonna ask everybody, I have not been asking you for a lot this whole dang tournament, but just now, please make some noise as loud as you can. Just spam a shitload of emotes or something. This is gonna be DJ Fingerbang going up against Heck-Yu's Eno. Fingerbang is coming from the loser side of the bracket, so they're gonna have to win 3 in order to reset and win it for real. Let's do it, Baccpack.
I'm pretty sure. I think Nago's game plan here is to build high blood and then use 2H as a normal to just keep Eno out. But so far, we're not seeing that. He's playing very aggressive and is going to get the super to get the knockdown onto the Eno. And you don't exactly get Oki from this, but you do get the space control. Oh, it looks like Heck is going to respect it. Give him a turn, but they will get out. Use the RC to stay safe. Hit him with a low and reset. Double overhead.
Yeah, and that was a good low there because Finger was so clearly just stand blocking.
Yeah.
That is something in fighting games that not a lot of people realize is like when somebody's blocking, you can see what direction they're blocking. And sometimes you're just like, you can like take advantage of it. But
yeah, the level beyond that
broke the wall.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the level beyond that is knowing that when your opponent is FDing, they can't actually jump or backdash out. They're locked into FDing. You have to let go of the buttons before they can do an input. So you should be more likely to go for like throws when they are FDing.
Oh my god, yeah, sorry, Beyblade, that is definitely an answer to stroke.
Oh my god, playing so aggressive. Gets close enough to get the rest, and there's the 2H! Finally up, but another unnecessary RC. And they're actually going to drop it because the RC timing made it quite weird. But a wake-up throw is going to make it work out. Are we going to see, the YRC. Oh, mid in the mid. in the mid. Runs up, goes for the overhead, and Beyblade's going to catch something. Strike throw, going to be a strike.
Oh, they pressed after his bad. Okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
DJ's living.
It's staying close, and you have burst, and they do not. If you want round start, this is insane. But this is hard winnable now. They didn't FD. Okay. Yeah. A late challenge with the 2K. They would have gotten hit by command grab.
That note was just a little bit off, and it's interesting, right? Hekyu is no stranger to fighting games. They've played plus R for forever, but you can definitely see that they are not. Oh, the double.
Now, once again, from the very beginning, I said that 2H is going to be a monster in the matchup, and DJ going to clean sweep it because of it.
There we go, 1-0. And you can see, like, when you talk about fighting games and learning them, right? A lot of it, even if you come from fighting games and you play them for a while, it can still be very tricky to get a grasp on things, right? There are missing note meaties. They're like...
Yeah, there's system-specific things, there's character-specific things, and none of these things are going to transfer over.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were saying earlier there. Trash Empress. Is that, like, DJ, I think, just needs a little bit of help in terms of, like, converting ability. And like what their combos are, because the panic RCs I think are really costing them.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I want to see, by the way, as a response from Hekyu is to start using more H strokes in neutral, because that will low profile a Nago 2H. Oh, panic gold burst. Hey, gonna work out though. We take those burst for burst. Another 2H. Gets him by the close slash.
And I
think in the corner again. Just stop doing it. Just let him fall and do your Oki.
That's what I'm saying, right? The 6H OTG would basically do that much damage anyway.
Yeah. Oh! That was incredible. Actually incredible. The PRC into the throw. This should be safe. Absolutely safe. Into a punish. Up 6H. Stroke, 6H.
Oh, no!
Oh, actually wasn't close enough for it by the end of it. Gets the counter though and has the RC to extend into the super. Very nice round. Beyblade gonna frame trap after the heavy button, and once again these 2Hs, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
And back to the room, he hit the ground running. You know, so something you pointed out earlier is that DJ was doing a lot of, oh no, I don't think they can block
FD
this.
block, FD block,
okay,
FD
no,
block. They already FD blocked it. Yep.
Yeah.
They don't get a punish though because they blocked it in the air.
Yeah. But oh no, DJ was doing a lot of preemptive 2Hs in earlier matches, but it really feels like now they're doing them a lot more reactively. They are just seeing Hekyu take to the skies.
Absolutely.
And 2H. I think that adjustment is really helping.
Yeah, I think they might have watched the VOD or something, because I made a specific point of stop using preemptive 2Hs. You want to be reactive with these big normals, because otherwise you whiff them, and they whiff recovery. Big 6-speed, and that far slash. You have strike throw after this, and he knows. Goes for it. Oh, backs off. Doesn't Fukio cancel the momentum, though?
I feel like DJ has not been going for a lot of bites, right?
Yeah, definitely they have not. It's something that they should be threatening, and it's a big flaw with their offense right now, because if you're not threatening throws with Nago, you're just dispensing mids.
Yeah.
That's out of range.
Honest mids, Michael. Oh, no. Nothing.
Didn't convert, though, and we take those.
There was a hurt box in that sword. Did you know that?
I know now.
Tied up 1-1. Hekyu trying to claw their way back there. Hekyu would love to end this quickly. They said earlier, just to give you an idea of the stakes on the line, you know, people are talking in chat sometimes. They're just like, what? This tournament doesn't have money involved? And there's no stakes. Who cares? Hekyu's mom said that they have to order food, and they said they have to win fast. Those are the stakes back then.
Oh, my God.
There could not be higher stakes.
I don't think tournaments have to have stakes for them to matter. What matters is the experience of practicing with your peers and getting better. And the whole event around here, like this stream, like the people watching, the whole environment around it, the community aspect of it. There doesn't need to be a prize involved. Like
totally.
If the winner gets $30, that doesn't change anyone's lives besides the winners, right?
Yeah, totally. Oh, no, that was an unfortunate drop. Got the back throw here. This is terrible for DJ. Okay, get the break. As far as I think that was supposed to be super, if I had to bet.
Yeah, that might have been super. I was actually debating on whether or not it was actually good to go for it or not.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Well, probably should have went for it then. Because that hard knockdown, because they didn't get a hard knockdown because it wasn't a super, they kind of got rolled, got put to the corner, and that was it.
Exactly.
I think DJ needs to start looking at the RPS situations a little bit differently. He tends to pick the same couple options. Well, another example of not knowing the scissors in the RPS. But yeah, you can actually go for Beyblade into the DP motion, and that will be a really big frame trap with tons of reward. But another 2H once again, crazy value from it. This is going to be too much blood, but you're going to pop right in front of him and high-low here. They know, no, they were late though. They were late. Yeah, that jump JH thing is actually a true fuzzy overhead.
Uh-huh. Ah, what a scoop!
Wow, what an air throw. What an air throw. Honestly, Heku's air throw has been insane this entire event, by the way.
Heku's a plus R player. He's infected by it. It's like air throws are strong in this game, but they're not as strong as they were in plus R. And I feel like sometimes some older players coming into it can get kind of exploded for it occasionally.
By the way, another thing I want to talk about is DJ is only threatening after far slash. Every single time it's either Fukio back into button or reset into close slash. And the problem with that is your opponent's respecting it, you're not biting them.
Yeah. What happened to Heku's health, by the way?
Well, Nago happened is what I presume.
Yeah, that chip was ridiculous. Not quite. Oh!
Went for the 2S to catch a backdash there.
DJ is ridiculous. The amount of chip that sequence did, I don't know if Heku realized how much they were getting ground down. That was nuts. DJ is up 2-1. That's crazy.
Honestly, when you're blocking, the last thing you're looking at is your own health bar. So It's very easy to let things get out of hand in that way.
Oh boy. We gotta check the connection again. By the way, Porous, if you're still here, you said, like, sorry for the connection problems. Never apologize. It's not your fault. Well, sometimes it's your fault.
Most people are tied to an internet service provider that they don't particularly like, but you kind of have to deal with it.
Well, it's sometimes not even that. Sometimes Strive just gets weird and it just doesn't like your connection.
Actually true. On top of that.
So, like, yeah, unless it's something like, hey, dude, I'm sorry. I got real pissed and I threw a brewski at my router and now it's acting weird. I don't even know what's up. Then you say sorry.
That's crazy.
But outside of that.
Different option after the far slash. We saw the clone this time, but that's an option that beats mashing. Heku's not mashing there, so is it really the appropriate option?
Yeah, that's the question, right? Oh my god, toes were exposed. And I think
also another thing is DJ has not been confirming these 2S's into Beyblade 6H. And it's really hurting their Oki game because they're just doing 2S, 2H, and a lot of the time it's even whiffing. Like the 2H is whiffing, they're just losing all control.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you saw that. Heku literally hit 5P and got FP
canceled.
Flash. That was so smart from DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burst is out. Fook goes right into the chemical of that should be it.
Wait.
No. Oh no. You're plus though. Yeah, they're not blocking that. You're already dead. Just drop the controller.
Super dead. Okay. It's okay. Walk it off. Hit the dome. Okay. Oh, I think that was a little bit of a drop. Yeah.
Odd 5D.
I think that was supposed to be 2K2D, and they just accidentally went back to neutral here. Gonna pop the wall. This is back to neutral. This is scary. Oh, they immediately went for it, and I mean, I don't blame them.
Wow. I don't know if you just saw that, but they traded with the projectile and won hard.
What? Oh my god. This is worst case scenario.
Yes, it is.
This is so bad.
Super into Oh, no. Yeah. When you have meter, the is always going to safe jump. It's your time to just block overhead and chill.
Yeah, exactly, right? Block overhead and chill is my favorite dating option.
Yeah, just guess after the overhead that is coming.
Yeah. And that's going to tie it up, dude. That's 2-2. 2-2. That's going to be, is it going to reset, or is Heku going to take it? I don't know. I feel like nerves are getting heavy. We were talking earlier about how DJ made the really good change to start 2Hing on reaction rather than preventatively, but now it feels like the 2Hs are coming out preventatively again, and it might just be straight nerves.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think a big problem right now is that they're not confirming off these 2S's because each one of those 2S's is a win condition. But even the bigger problem beyond that is the lack of bites. The lack of bites.
Yeah.
They're just not coming.
Nagoriyuki is not eaten, and this is great. Interesting ender.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the plus frames on the clone.
Don't use the meter. Did it again. That'll happen.
Okay.
I think when you practice something so often, you probably do this in all of your games, like you're not just going to break it in the moment. But when you're looking back at this footage, just don't use your meter there. Take your knockdown, keep him in the corner. Oki matters so much more than damage, unless the damage kills.
The wake up super worked this time. It did. If you look in the chat backpack right now, you'll see Smoking Hot BBQ said DJ needs to stop doing wake up super. He's safe jumping it every time, but whoops.
Not that time.
Not that time. Okay, stuck in the corner now. Heku. Okay, finds the low. Okay, just breaks the wall with stroke. This is back to neutral, which is scary.
Nice.
DJ has been doing a very good job.
Just back off and I was about to say back off and wait till you get your meter because you have that win condition. We were talking about it earlier. You can do run up super.
Oh,
and instead you find yourself in the corner at the
The 3-2H combo? Are you kidding me?
Incredible. The
Okay.
BM on this guy.
Hekyu's got meter. They got meter. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, Oki situation. Danger, danger. The wake up super. Is this a safe shot?
It's got to be. It wasn't. Hate to see it. And that's a bracket reset.
That's a bracket reset. I don't believe it. I can't believe that wasn't a safe jump.
We actually have to ponder this. DJ might win this tournament having not used a single bite the entire time.
the dripless Nagoriyuki.
It's actually kind of crazy. Because like Nago's win condition is bite. Once you hit the bite, you win.
Damn.
And you've now not gone for bite for so long. I'm wondering why opponents are even mashing against you. Because you're not threatening a throw. The only time you threatened to throw is when you did Fukio throw at round start.
Yeah.
And even then, that's not your win condition because you're not using bite.
Definitely something to consider. However, I will say, despite that backpack, DJ says in chat, I wanted the run back in all caps. I think they're popping off internal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay?
And I can't take that away from them. Oh!
No! No way! No way!
It happened! Except they used RC afterwards, which you didn't need to do. You already had Oki. And you had an infinite block string ahead of you.
Good blocks, good blocks. In the dome. Okay, Hekyu's got a billion meter. This should be anything into super. Yeah, yes, indeed. And now, have to respect the wake up
Just run
super.
up super. Just run up super. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, scary.
Super. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's what I'm saying. You know, win condition.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have to talk about Nago's win condition.
Okay.
You got the bite. What did you do afterwards? You RC'd into a bad combo. And I don't mean bad as in like you didn't do optimal combo. I mean bad as in you're damaging the wall for no reason and you're giving yourself worse Oki. So what you should do as the Nago is take your bite, and during the knockdown, you should be just setting up more strike throw. And because the blood is lowering, you can do a lot more special moves.
Yeah,
which means you can
exactly.
do like Beyblade into DP, into Beyblade into DP.
Did you see
and
that?
You can just continuously frame trap him. I didn't see it. You're gonna have to
Hekyu got the
give me the
slump.
rundown. Oh, did he?
Hekyu got the slump, everybody. They between matches were like, oh
The destroy? No, not double.
What?
No, you didn't FD cancel.
no! What is happening?
I think you just stole it. Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable.
I can't believe this.
That was all. Yeah, if DJ had FD canceled, that was their game. FD cancel into 2H there. Would have been a counter hit. Would have killed him.
I can't believe that Hekyu just did it again.
Both these players are adapting on the fly.
This is so
DJ
much.
just found out Nago had another special move, and heck, you just figured out you can wall slump people.
Oh my god, yeah, no, this is crazy. This is, yeah, I mean, what's crazy is that DJ bit at a really good time. Also, they haven't represented
Yeah.
it. So now it's like, are we gonna see more bites? They didn't really have the opportunity to, oh, I can't believe that went over the 2H. That was so risky.
Someone in chat's asking what FD cancel is. That's during a clash situation, you can clash the button, but you can also just clash with FD and block whatever follow-up is coming there.
Yeah, like, so when you clash in this game, you can do a lot of different stuff to cancel out of it, and FD is just one of them.
Oh, it goes for the bite, but they did it too early. Gonna get supered out of it.
Okay, got the safe jump that time. They're chilling. They're big blocking. Punish.
Yep.
Enough.
Very nice.
Oh man, even Geb is in here shitposting. I'm telling you, all the plus R zombies are coming out seeing Hekyu in grand finals. Okay, gets hose.
Lots of frame traps. Great
Nice.
chat. I love that people are challenging after that now. I wonder if they heard it. You know?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell if they're listening or not. Great challenge. Oh my god, what a throw after the double overhead. So yeah, now Hekyu is not using the dive because clearly Nago knows that they're giving up their turn there. So they tried to stagger after the second overhead and got thrown punish for it.
100%. That stroke was... What the hell?
That's your combo.
Didn't get the pop.
And you were not close enough for RC. But you know what? Beyblade in a close slash just kind of works.
Okay. I can't believe that Beyblade hit from the back. But, okay. Yeah. So now the question for Hekyu, right? The problem posed to them is how do you deal with the 2Hs? And they're trying to adapt. They're just standing and trying to whiff punish with stroke. I think that's kind of where their brain is going.
Yeah, that is like the level 1 way to play around 2H for sure. Because it's just a button that absolutely counters the other one. You just have to be there at the right time.
No.
Oh, another failed one. That is unfortunate.
Super unfortunate.
Definitely got to
because-
work on those. One of the biggest problems we're seeing it with a lot of these players' game plan is just not knowing how to properly enforce their knockdown and not knowing different options to do on knockdown.
Yeah.
Whether it be safe jumps or Oki or strike throw after a knockdown.
I think that Hecky wanted the burst, but they couldn't really decide what they were doing. Oh, no!
That should be it. 1-1 after the reset.
Is this gonna go all the way? I can't believe this.
Oh my god, imagine a grand finals double Luigi.
Could you imagine? Two of them. Holy smokes. This is a set and a half. I hope everybody's having a good time watching this. This is mental. What's a double Luigi? You can hit exclamation point glossary, double Luigi, but double Luigi is last game, last round.
Is it actually double Luigi? Or is it just a Luigi?
Wait, what do you mean?
No, what's the term again?
The term is double Luigi.
Oh, I was okay.
Yeah, it's a joke on the...
I didn't know if I was right or not.
No, it's a joke on the term double Ricci, which is a Mahjong term. Dude,
Yeah,
the risk from Hecky. See, that's the issue. Even jumping there and letting them block the 2H, they're
Max
now
risk.
fully cranked.
Max risk, and gets the 5K big counter hit. Force the
Definitely
burst
first
out.
time. But risk is still a
Jumps
concern.
over another air throw. He's
And-
godlike. He's actually godlike for that. OTG, overhead, overhead. Gets the burst out.
No, yeah,
very
surprisingly, that's an
patient.
actual thing. We're not just memeing. Surprisingly.
I would never make something up. Big call out. Big call out. Oh, the wicked throw.
What?
Oh my, wait, that's actually godlike. Okay, so.
That's super godlike, right? Because they were adapting to the super.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you think about it from the, so a lot of you in chat might have thought he just mashed wicked throw, right? And maybe you would even think of this if you were the Eno in this game. But what happened was DJ realized that Heckyu has been messing up the safe jumps. And so Heckyu is like, okay, I don't know the time for the safe jump clearly. I'm just going to do the H as deep as possible.
Yeah.
And so they went for the H as deep as possible, whipped the H and got throw punished for it.
Yeah, crazy. Like, it's crazy how much these two are actually adapting to each other. This is a good asset. Oh, no, but it's
Drop
so
number, it's so
plus.
plus. We take the a calculated reset is what we like to call those.
That was a ghetto slump. Like,
I've been practicing those.
okay. Hecky's brought to the corner. Ooh, yeah,
Oh my
challenging
god,
after that.
so clean with it. So clean with it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
challenging the 5P as well. 6K. Wait for the burst. Oh, no, babe. Well, we were talking about this earlier. After URC, just hold back and see if they burst it.
Exactly.
Oh, punishable.
Went for
Oh,
the
but they
whole
were
thing?
already holding up and got punished. DJ now one game off winning from the loser side, which is
from the side.
incredibly difficult.
I feel like, based on DJ, what they said in chat, I think they're the kind of person who gets stronger the more pumped up they are. He's typing in all caps in the chat right now. DJ is...
I want the run back.
The DJ is going in. You got to be scared if you're Heckyu. This person is freaking out. Hotashi is here to watch the Nagoriyuki run back from DJ Fingerbang against Heckyu here in grand finals.
This is potentially the final game.
This might be the final game. This might be it. Hotashi says, impression.
That's good. Oh, once again, the Fukyo throw. We have seen a lack of challenges after these Fukyos from Heckyu, but that's mostly because DJ hasn't been using them as often, which is kind of ridiculous because you see Nagos usually have heavily rely on that, especially the beginner ones.
And you're seeing there again, the level 1 answered of, oh no, wasn't watching the blood. I mean, DJ hasn't really...
Oh, big toy. No, super. Yes.
Oh,
no. It didn't kill the wall.
Yeah, it only
They
did
were slightly too low.
70%. Oh my god. Oh
That should
my
be-
god.
Punish. No,
No!
You actually made it behind. You could have punished with 5P there.
Worst case scenario, danger.
Yeah. And that's going to be it.
Heckyu. Okay,
All right,
signs
a
of
little bit
light.
spaghetti, but you know what? It's fine. We take those. You move on. DJ can still come back. They've had a crazy run here, and they're not going to let it end off of one bad play.
Damn, Heckyu with just a Street Fighter jump in. Eno doesn't have many angles to approach from, so that's getting him that way over 2H. Okay, Heckyu's going.
Baby into the close slash. It's working because we're
working.
seeing a lot of up backs from Heckyu, and DJ can continuously do that to stop them from hanging out in that region of the screen.
Yeah, gotta be careful. The Fukyo in. Nice,
Insane.
tagging him. Okay, we're going down in the last game here, Baccpack.
Potential double Luigi situation. I
We
knew it
are
was
in
happening from the start.
Potential For the record, everybody, double Luigi is a term. I have no idea why Baccpack is laughing about Luigi's mustache. That is something completely different and scary. That has nothing to do with anything.
Triple Luigi?
Triple Luigi.
Man, I'm excited. This has been such a great set.
This
such
has
a
been
great
great.
set. Both these players should be super proud regardless of whichever way this goes.
100%. This is going to be it, though. This is everybody. The last game, please. Who do you want to win? Do you want Heck You, the Eno Ancient Plus R player, or DJ Fingerbang here to get his run back and make a name for himself?
It's all going to start with the DP round start. That's actually an option we haven't seen at all from DJ.
No, we haven't.
I didn't realize that, but yeah, that's a super strong round start. Probably one of the best in the game.
It is, yes.
Gonna get him locked down to the corner, building lots of blood, stacking with the 5K into the 6Ks, but gonna get knocked down into the Oki.
Okay, he's the overhead.
That's
Heck You's
open
got
up.
a big chance. And now the Fingerbang doesn't...
Again. It worked the exact same way.
Again, doing the RC.
Yeah, an improper RC, and it's gonna cost him. Now they're gonna pop. Get ready for the command grab. This will be a guaranteed punish. No, they weren't looking at the blood. It might cost him here too. They have the RC to extend. They don't know the conversion. Say plus, no, but the pop's gonna happen. You're gonna lose your turn anyways. No, actually the 6H gonna maintain advantage, but Naga's gonna find his way out of the corner, and now he's at like no blood. So he can just throw out lots of special moves, gets the count on the Twitch, doesn't get the full combo they could have killed there. Oh, doesn't matter. He
The
retains those.
meaty.
Move
DJ
on.
could win this right now. Oh my god, this is so spaghetti. Okay,
This time was a double close slash.
All right, force use the
You
burst.
see lots of blood. No, you're gonna pop now. You're definitely gonna pop now. Just chill back, wait for it to happen. Look at the blood.
There's the pop. Punish.
Punish by throw.
Good.
Or 6H, that's fine too. Lots of damage into the strike throw. Nope, she's gonna back off. Doesn't want to get frozen in front of the opponent.
Blocking that. Risky. No
Has a
challenge. No
lot
challenge.
max
Risky.
risk.
Oh, what attack! Oh, was that a
I
safe
don't know
jump?
if it's safe or not. It might all come down to a safe jump.
It was a safe jump back. You got it. That's gonna go down. It's double Luigi. Last
Luigi.
game. They got the safe jump. Everybody.
It was destined to happen this way. The 2H going to catch the back end of the locked down in the corner, wasn't going to go after the far slash, goes for Fukio back into another button, catches him out of the air, 6H whiffs it, gets wake up thrown. This could be a disaster. Overhead into the
Plus.
low.
No, you can't challenge there. It's plus, baby. The overheads. Good blocks. The honest mids. Good block in the low. Okay.
DJ has meter to work with, or opting to not use the YRC, holding it on for the post wall break scenario. Heck, you're going to slowly build meter, gets locked down with the 6H, or with the 2H. Meter
Burst.
comes out once again, not ready to bait out the burst, and the blood's gonna pop. That could be it.
This might be it. This might be it.
Burst.
The Canadian
Doesn't
burst.
go high.
Heck you is gonna take it in that absolute nail biter of a set. The safe jump was really what turned it around there for him, and Heck you is going to be. They say I'm a freak.
It was an insane loser's run from DJ, but unfortunately they weren't able to make it happen. Man, fantastically played by both players, though. I want to see them in a real bracket.
I do too.
I shouldn't say real bracket. I mean like a bigger bracket, more open to
Well,
more people.
speaking of brackets that they can enter, really quick, Baccpack and everybody in chat, I would like you to all rise and prepare yourselves as we go through the ban list for tonight. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? First off, in a bit of a format breaker, we're gonna actually ban 4th place tonight. King Crimson, again, you are banned. Please never enter a beginner cup again. As long as you live, I don't want to see you anymore, but I do hope you enter the open bracket. And in 3rd place, Porous, the Anji player, thank you so much for playing tonight. You are hella banned. You were way too good. Thank you so much again for playing. Coming up in 2nd place, the hero of the people, DJ Fingerbang. I hope to never see you again. Frankly, I'm happy I don't have to say your name on stream anymore because I keep getting scared about getting banned on Twitch or something. But all that being said, thank you so much for playing tonight. You were wonderful. And in 1st place, Heck you. Thank you so much for playing tonight. You are ultra banned. That's good job on finally learning how to safe jump, Heck you. I knew you could do it. Thank you so much. Backpacks, do you have any final words, things to plug, or anything like that to say to the chat?
This was incredible. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. You guys can find me at twitter.com/BackpackFGC. with the 2 C's. I'll type in the chat so you guys can see. I also make daily YouTube videos over at youtube.com/ you guessed it, Baccpack. And I stream every single day at twitch.tv/Baccpack. I also host weekly tournaments. I host a beginner tournament of my own. I run 2 brackets every single week on Saturdays, an America's bracket for North and South America and an EMEA bracket for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Consider joining those over there. And if you're banned in this tournament, hey, you're not banned in mine. I want to see you there, DJ.
Hell
And
yeah.
that's all I have to say. Once again, thank you so much for having me. Everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Adios, Baccpack. Thank you again so much for commentating. Bam! Thank you again so much, everybody, for watching. Okay, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the big reveal for who our next celebrity guest commentator is gonna be next week? Is everybody ready? Hold on. We need a drum roll of some sort. Can I find a drum roll that also has the cymbal crash at the end? Wait, yes we can. Okay. All right, everybody, are you ready? Are you ready? Get hype. Okay, the guest commentator for next week is gonna be... Prepare yourselves. It's gonna be Sajam. That's right, none other than the big Sajam Bimbo himself is going to be commentating next week's beginner bracket on Monday. So if you're interested in that, come hang out next Monday. It's going to be me and Big Sajam holding down the fort. And I'll make that bracket in a little bit after this. I'll be honest with all of y'all. I'm freaking starving hungry. So I'm going to go eat some food and then I'm going to make the bracket. Okay. This went a little bit later than usual, I think, because of the some of the guest commentating stuff. Or not guest, because of the connection issues. So I'm going to make the bracket a little bit after this, but we are going to be playing our usual outro. Sick commentary, though. Thank you very much. I hope everyone had fun with the commentary. Okay. For those of you who have not been here before, you may not know what we do, but for the outro here, I'm going to ask everybody to play along for tonight's prompts. Hold on. Unfortunately, we have to get Baccpack out of here. Doink. But we do have to get Rob on in here. There he is. Okay. For tonight's prompt, everybody, while we play the outro, you are all playing Uno. But, let's think. You are all playing Uno, except, you... What do we got? Anyone got any devices? Anyone got any prompts you're thinking of? Okay, you're all playing Uno, but you're in a submarine that's taking on water. That is your prompt for the night, everybody. You are inside of a submarine that is taking on water actively. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Reverse cards aren't sending the water back! Fuck the water, Captain! You're just trying to get out of this reverse, you slimy sea dog! Remember, everybody, no matter how hard it gets, we will always have Uno. Thank you all again so much for watching. I guess I'll just send over the raid to Sajam, and then y'all just go wherever he goes. How about that? So I will catch you all later. Thank you all again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope y'all had fun, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.